It's warming up. Okay, I believe that we're feeding live out to the folks out there. Welcome to the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Yes, that's the name of this channel. This is the #1 podcast, okay, when it comes to freedom, the Second Amendment, and a guy with a mohawk. #1 podcast in the entire universe and the world, even.
And done from a RV.
Yes, exactly. So that's all true. Yes. So welcome back, guys, everyone, to the show here. Thanks for joining us. Let me see here. How am I looking out there? This should be the best you've ever seen the video go through here. Yeah, Patrick is dying to even because Walter, Babyface, and Dave cannot see it because they're looking at a different camera. You all get to look at the awesomeness. Enjoy. If you need lotion or whatever, you got a little bit of time to get that.
Drink it in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Very good. Oh, yeah, it does look. I'm looking what the people see, and it looks very
Yeah. So listen, everyone out there, smash the thumbs ups, ring the bell. This is the thing I want to remind you guys of. Go to hankstrange.com. Sign up for the email list. Look around the site. Lola's Deals, that's the place to go. Lola spends a lot of time working on that, sharing deals for you all. If you want to see all the different platforms we're on, that's in Strangerholics. That's what you guys need to do. And let me see. One more thing that I'm going to remind you guys. Look at this. Florida gun law. See that? U.S. Law Shield. We are now with U.S. Law Shield. We're members, all that kind of stuff. So you guys want to sign up with U.S. Law Shield. We do have a link in the description of this video that you could go to, sign up there, and get protection for yourself, and as well as help us out a little bit. Okay, let me load everyone here up into the screens. There's Babyface P. There's Walter. There's Dave, Sailors of Liberty, Suppressors. There I am. All right, cool. Let's smash the open and get this going.
Welcome back to the
All right,
Hank
guys.
Strange Situation.
Don't forget to subscribe to the
Lifestyle
channel.
of
Smash the
lock
thumbs
and
ups.
loaded.
Ring the bell, Walter. Ring the bell. So you can be notified every time we go live. We are live. Big shout out to TUSC Firearms Crypto that you guys see right there. TUSC, that is crypto for the firearms industry. If you want to look into this, you want to get signed up, go to just search TUSC Crypto. They sponsor the podcast. We appreciate them helping us to do this every week, bring it to you guys Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. We are live. Let's see the jazz hands, everyone. Come on, get those jazz hands up there. All right, we are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on, and it looks like UPS is pulling up right now. Okay, I hope Lola is ready to sign for
me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, this is actually one of this is actually one of my buddies out there from UPS is pulling up right now. I don't even know. I don't know if he's going to come in here or not. We'll see in a second, but yeah, he's probably going to look at this later. Mike, if you're looking at this later, you just pulled up on the show here. All right, so listen, I hope everyone has the big girl panties on. This is episode 746 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I'm your host, Hank Strange. The title is Dave of Liberty Cans, Liberty Suppressors, joining us live, as well as Walter of Safety Harbor Firearms and Babyface P here, coming live from the van. What's up, Dave? Welcome back to the show, man. Haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, thank you. It's been crazy busy.
Okay, awesome. That's a good thing. Mm-hmm. I see Lola.
Yeah.
I see Lola going out there right now. Okay, so you're busy. You're busy cranking out the suppressors.
Yes, sir. It's just as fast as we can do it. Honestly, we can't do it fast enough. We can't keep up.
Oh,
yeah, it's been
not too
crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so that's like a good thing and a bad thing for the folks out there, right? Kind of like a good thing, kind of like a bad thing.
Kind of a double-edged knife because
yeah,
if we run out of product regularly, you know,
well, I mean,
you sell it faster than you can make it. But go ahead, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as you got orders, it's,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys probably see that too. Walter's only, for some reason, Walter's only coming on when he starts talking.
Okay. I'll
We
just
don't
have to
know.
keep talking the whole time.
We don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, well,
and that's what people are seeing too, by the way. It looks like.
yeah, because pretty much whatever I see is what the folks see out there.
Yeah, that's a beautiful blue Skype logo, Walter.
Yeah.
The big S. The big S.
Yeah, this is not sponsored by Skype at all. I'm pretty sure they want nothing to do with us. Wait, Patrick, we don't want anything to do with them either, probably.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's mutual.
Yeah. Yeah. Patrick is mortal enemies with Skype.
Oh, man. That just is.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, why are we still doing this on Skype?
Yeah.
Hey, I right off the bat, I got some suppressor questions, and it's not so much about Liberty stuff, but it's the whole world of suppressors.
Wait, there's other companies that make suppressors?
No, there's wannabes.
Yeah. Okay, let me bring up a subject that's rarely talked about: second-hand suppressors.
Oh, getting right in there.
And it's the only reason it's not a thing is just because of the Form 4 and the mystique around it. A lot of people don't realize you don't need a dealer to do a Form 4 direct transfer to another individual. You can do it between private parties.
Now, the question that I had about that, and the reason I brought it up, there's a local auction house here that has in this current auction they're selling quite a few suppressors. It must be from someone's collection. How do suppressors, do they hold their value? Or you're taking a shot in the dark when you buy somebody's machine gun shot out suppressor, or
I would, if it was a rifle can, I'd look at the blast baffle with a flashlight and make sure it doesn't have a ton of particle impingement damage. I mean, if it doesn't have a ton of particle impingement damage on the blast baffle and the front cap ain't eat up, it's going to be fine. As long as it's like a reputable manufacturer. If it's Silencer Co. or AAC or Thunder Beast. Yeah, somebody with some quality control behind their manufacturer, it's going to be a decent suppressor. But I mean, it normally only brings about half of what it does new.
Right. And this is at an auction house where I don't know if you can go and look at it. Maybe you can. I don't know.
Yeah. Do they have pictures of inside the baffle?
No,
I doubt it.
Probably not.
No.
Oh.
I mean, if it's a reputable company, and from the exterior it looks all right, it doesn't have a bunch of sweater plastic melted all over it.
Or maybe fake coats on it.
Yeah. You know anything about that?
That's high quality plastic.
Most of the suppressor companies will still take care of you, even if you shoot it out eventually. I think most guys will. Take care
if it's a Silencer Co. Omega and they don't show you the guts, I'd bid $25 on it.
So that's what I was trying to ask you. Like, where do you go with it? Like, do you cut the price of whatever that suppressor is supposed to be retail in half, in a quarter?
If it's sight unseen, I'd lowball it. Like Babyface was saying, if you can't get good inspection access, I'd lowball it. I'd just buy the serial number and then flip it. If it is gutted out, do like he said, send it back and pay them to rebuild it.
Oh yeah.
And they'll rebuild it for a fraction of what it is new.
Yeah.
But if you get in, you can't get into it for much. You got to just, you just need to lowball.
You got to pay the $200 on top of everything.
That's why very few people get secondhand suppressors, is because every time it trades hands, you're losing $200. The original owner loses.
If one bro already paid the tax on that, it's so like another bro still has to pay the tax, right? The next bro.
Will you please tell the state about that for automobiles and for houses and for everything else too?
Right. They gotta collect that money every time. So Walter, if it's all Liberty suppressors, you know what to do, man.
Well, none of them are Liberties. It's a variety of different cans. There's some Gemtex and some different brands. But, I just don't, I don't know. I mean, you can't pay too much for it because you don't know.
Well, so let me ask you that.
I said I bid $25. Seriously.
Well, they won't go for $25.
If you want it, you got a deal. If you didn't, you ain't lost nothing.
Yeah.
So, what is the warranty? Does the warranty go on the suppressor itself, or does it go to the individual buying it? I'm assuming that you're saying it's going.
It depends.
I
mean, each manufacturer gets to choose their own warranty policy, but with us, we'll warranty the can unless it's been blacklisted. We have a blacklist, and there's
Really?
certain,
What gets you on a blacklist? What should I never do with my suppressor?
If you got a big schlong, you're on the blacklist.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
If you got a DPMS kitty cat upper,
Oh.
the little 7.5 inch,
7 inch
and you
barrel,
start
yeah.
rocking a Constitution on it, we can tell.
Oh.
And then you want it warranty repaired, we can tell, and we won't, and we'll blackline that serial number in our database. That one won't ever get warranted again.
Wait, hold on. I'm not understanding something there. If you have a what
Short
on it?
barrels.
Oh,
Short
short
Yeah,
barrels.
7.5 inch upper. DPMS used to make one they call a kitty cat, 7.5 inch 5.56.
Okay.
And-
I've got
Yeah.
3 or 4 of them I built. Yeah,
That'll burn
It's
burn
just-
out something
it's
that's
just-
not rated
there's-
for it.
Yeah, there's so much pressure and fire and heat
Yeah.
at that. Yeah.
I mean,
It'll just-
the powder is what, 30% burnt at that point? Like, it's,
Right. You got supersonic gunpowder particles hitting the blast baffle.
So
Yeah.
how do you know that the people are doing that? Aren't they going to take the can off before they send a?
Oh,
You can look at the baffle and
inside.
see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
When it looks like the surface of the moon, yeah, you can see it.
Oh.
I mean, it
Okay.
tells on itself. If the baffles are melted and it just looks like they were in there with a punch and a hammer. Yeah, even Inconel can't survive that crap. It's just
I can
mean-
show that. Hold on.
I always say it's almost like plasma when it comes. It's so
yeah, it is. You're exactly right. It's a plasma state. You're right.
Yeah, Patrick, you're showing something here. Let's see.
See if we can
If
see
the camera,
down.
there it goes.
Hold on. It's trying to focus too far forward. I can't get it to focus in there.
Back up.
You
just a
had
little
it.
bit.
You had it.
Just a little bit.
Oh,
No.
Too far.
Yeah, right there. Oh, this is go on forever.
This one has this is an Omega that's been on. Hopefully they're not watching. It was on my crank. It works. It goes on my crank from time to time, which is like an 8.5 inch 545. Yeah, Inconel doesn't like that very much. But
Yeah,
no.
and
Oh.
someone over there right now is putting
he's
baby
putting that
face
serial on. Who is this? Oh, never again.
Blacklist.
and blacklisted. No suppressor for you.
Oh, you know.
No, we'll rebuild
I'm
it, but
gonna
they'll
show
have to pay for the repairs, is what it boils down to.
Yeah. Yeah.
On that same auction, and we're just to talk about, people are still paying crazy money for stuff. They had one of these KE arms, the KE arms lowers that had a hammer in it. It was built out. It was already at $450.
Can't you just get
Wow.
those? They're not that hard to find, right?
These are like $119 at Barnauls, I think.
Yeah, but I thought Barnauls has those in stock. Hold on.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure.
But you could just go buy that.
Yeah, I was pretty sure Barnauls had those in stock.
And the auction don't end till this coming Sunday.
Holy
And
Christ
I was
almighty.
like, man, I should take this and throw it in the auction. Come on.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if they've sold out on Brownells.
I did, Dave. I did sell a bunch of my guns that were doubles and stuff I haven't hardly ever used. Because I saw what people were paying for stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't done it all these different times when things have been crazy, but I said this time, guess what? I'm selling some stuff, and I got pretty good money for everything I stuck in the auction. So
Wow. What, gun
Yeah.
broker?
no, it was it's Gun Auctions USA. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
local auction house. I mean, they charge 18% when it's all said and done to sell your
Yeah.
stuff, but I still did all right. And I'm like,
Wow.
yeah.
That's incredible. Which,
And I made some more
just
room
to
in my
be
safe
honest,
for some new
I-
stuff.
Yeah,
and you're filling it back up right now.
Yeah, see, this is Brownells. It's in stock, but it's $450. The one that has the one that's complete. That's what you were saying, right, Walt?
Well, the one in the auction was at $450 for one of them, and I'm like, why?
Yeah,
Why?
but it's $450 complete from Brownell. So
Complete what? Just with parts in it?
I think
Yeah.
so.
yeah, the complete lower. The
Yeah, but all it is regular AR parts inside here. It's
yeah.
nothing.
Well, Let me see. It's
And
a
a
complete
buffer.
Lower
Okay,
parts
and
gets what?
in a carbine buffer. Oh, woo.
Yeah,
Lower
lower
parts
parts
are
gets
expensive
what,
right
about
now.
$50-$60, and
Yeah,
then
I
a buffer is what, now $30 or so
Yeah.
for a buffer and spring. So, yeah.
plus the labor of someone putting it together.
Okay, half 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean, labor is expensive. The
Well, you got
the KE
time
Arms
watching
parts kit is
Babyface's
$70.
video on it.
Yeah, there you go. Just watch a video and
The uppers and regular lowers were running. The lowers so far in the auction were like all run about $100 for an AR lower.
So they ain't went up none.
that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Not crazy or anything. No.
Yeah. Listen, those particular auctions, for whatever reason, the people looking at it, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what the deal is with those auctions.
I don't know, but I like it when I had my stuff in there. I tell you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. CJ says it. By the way, for everyone out there, smash the thumbs ups, okay? We need and appreciate those. CJ says, Hank Strange, I hear this infrastructure bill has $5 billion in it for quote-unquote gun safety measures. Gun safety measures.
All right, let me
like
explain to you what gun safety measures are. Gun safety measures are, all that will all go to Democrats and Democrat groups that all are Biden supporters, and there's political payback. That's what gun safety measures are.
Mm-hmm.
That's another way they pay back their donors, is through gun safety measures.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's who's going to get it. Look, listen, the some of the people from Black Lives Matter have not bought their multi-million-dollar mansions in Hollywood
Are we talking
yet.
about that? Have we discussed that yet?
No.
Oh god.
Well, you know what? If we had an internal revenue service that wasn't biased, 1 year of them living in that house without having any money, they would say, "Oh, like a drug dealer, boom," or
They're doing better than drug
Embezzlement.
dealers. Yeah, they're doing better than drug dealers. Again, there's lots of money out there, man. I mean, listen, someone sold their house in Beverly Hills and probably moved to Austin or something. I don't know. So kudos to the person who made the money. Yeah, but there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money involved in that sham, I guess.
blackmail.
Right?
And blackmail.
Yeah. There's money. They got money. They're well funded.
Ask Al Sharpton and ask Jesse Jackson. They did it for years. Rainbow Coalition. Remember that scam?
Yeah. Oh, I used to see Al Sharpton in limos. He always had on fur coats and all kinds of jewelry and stuff like that. Man, he was balling.
Every time you see him coming out of the White House, he'd be in like Armory and stuff. He wasn't wearing cheap clothes.
No, baller.
The reverend, the right reverend.
Yeah,
Sharp.
but also he also got some good money from who was he informing? Was he informant to the FBI or something like that?
Really?
Yeah, if you look it up, you'll see somewhere if you Googlefy it, or DuckDuckGo or whatever you
They're
use.
just extortionists. That's all they are.
Yeah. Let's see here. So D Sands 14 says rare breed triggers going for 800 plus on Gunbroker.
That's just crazy.
Wow.
Oh, for the binary ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them
yeah.
bump fire triggers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dave, one of our customers who's a regular, showed me a video of one he has shooting it at an M4, and you can't. It sounds like an M4.
Supposedly they work. There's a Hank Strange fan out there somewhere that says that he ordered a second one when they came in stock, and he was going to send it to me to play with for a little bit. So we may get one to have fun with.
Okay.
Man,
That'd be interesting.
The regular price are what, $450?
$450 or something. I never. It's you're paying for the. I don't want to call it a gimmick because it's not necessarily a gimmick. They work, but the price.
Yeah, this is not like that tac fire stuff from the 70s and 80s. It's not none of that trigger palpitation jazz. It's legit operating the trigger over and over and over. It was impressive. I watched the videos on it.
Yeah, I would love to get my hands on that just to see how it works.
Even a high-end mil-spec trigger for me, nickel boron that's nice, got a 3.5 pound, or even going for a Geisley, let's say. Like, I can't throw out $450 on a trigger. That's a lot of damn money.
Mm-hmm.
They're recouping their engineering cost in like the first 50 pyres.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I might be able to sweet talk my way into one of those.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that company's in Florida, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere.
I'm not-
Not Palm Beach. Daytona area. I think they're over there somewhere.
Okay.
Just south of Daytona, Melbourne, somewhere in like that area. I thought they were.
Yeah. If I was them, I would be moving my locations on a daily basis. But
Just
listen.
a bunch of auto turrets to hold off the ATF.
Yeah,
I move every 2 weeks.
Yeah, man, just keep making them out of like the back of trucks. They need to get some RVs.
Trailer manufacturing.
Yeah, they
There
need
was
to
a
get
very
some vans.
interesting video, and I'm not telling anybody anything too secret here. Very interesting video of a SWAT team raiding some crazy guy's house. It's on Police Activity, the YouTube
In
channel.
Florida?
No, this was in California. They were raiding some dude's house, and the SWAT member took at least one round to the plates. The guy shot him in the plates, and he stayed in the fight until the guy came back with a shotgun with buckshot and aimed at his face, and he did not stand the fight after that. It didn't kill him. The SWAT officer survived. But I'm just saying, the ATF comes a knocking. Don't aim for plates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling anybody what to do. Definitely would never do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You might end up like a Branch Davidian.
That's exactly right. And
They just
David
burn
Shipman.
you out. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and somebody will be standing there taking pictures over your corpse.
David, there might be a
Exactly.
new David Shipman standing there taking pictures with
Yeah,
you.
that's how you get made into a trophy by these guys.
Did you guys talk about that last week already?
No, we touched on it briefly, but the stuff, I know you had things. There's multiple things coming out on that guy.
He's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He is straight crazy.
Yeah. I think he said that where was it, at Waco, or where was it? He said they try to shoot down helicopters with 50s.
That was at Waco, yeah, which never happened. With Barrett, 50s, that's not a thing.
And then these pictures that you sent us, Patrick, this is like the real deal, right?
Yeah, I've not heard anybody discredit them yet, because I guarantee if they would have been discreditable, it would have been instant. Tucker Carlson ran with a story.
You just remember a year or 2 years ago, we got American soldiers peeing on jihadis and all the crap that went on about that.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the uproar?
Remember the what was it called? Cuba. The prison in Cuba where they were doing all sorts of nasty things in prisons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
No, Guantanamo, but then
no,
you got
the prison.
Abu Ghraib in
Oh,
Iraq.
was that the one where they were peeing on their dead bodies?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And it made them feel better because it's like
Or it's a typical thing. You take a picture with a corpse, and that's it's like
that's never a good thing.
It's crazy. It seems like he thinks, at least in that picture, it feels like a war zone. That picture could have easily come out of some Middle Eastern war zone.
Somebody that I know, first thing he said is he in the military? Because he was all camoed up. It's like, why does he all Thank you, Bill Clinton and Reich Marshal Reno, for that little thing. Janet Reno. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reich Marshal.
Yeah. Law enforcement officers celebrating over the bodies, the burnt out husks of the citizens.
American.
Yeah. It's not like
not a good look.
Man.
David Koresh went into town on a regular basis to buy stuff.
They said he used to jog around the compound.
They could have confronted David Koresh in town.
They could have done a felony stop and pull him out of the car on the side of the road easily.
No.
When didn't they even have like an undercover UPS or FedEx or United like post office guy going in there to deliver stuff? They could have easily just gone in there in a post office truck and jumped out and grabbed him.
Did you see the recent ATF video that got released 2 weeks ago? I hate to laugh at I don't hate to laugh at the ATF, but they ATF and FBI raided somebody, and I don't know what the raid was over. But the first thing they do is they kick in the door, and they had a security camera in like the kitchen facing the whole living room. The first thing they ask is, "Where's the dog?" I wish I was kidding. The first thing they ask was, "Where's the dog at?" One goes, "Step back," and they're. I'm not kidding. They actually said that out loud. So the internet blew up over that because, of course, the ATF go after the dogs.
Yeah.
But God.
CB says they saw him getting the mail. Yeah, there's a bunch of things they could have done.
He would jog the outside of the complex. They could have.
Yes, that's what I mean. He would go into town. So they could have just
go town regular.
And just talk to him or whatever, or confront him there instead of having to do what they did. But
they wanted to make a show out of it. That's the whole point of it.
I'd be interested. Hank, I don't know if you had any chance to talk to Sheffaloo, but they were in the same.
Sheffaloo mentioned him. Yes, there was a. I thought I told you about that. Maybe
I haven't heard. I'd be interested to hear his opinion of him.
Yeah. So you want to hear?
High.
Yeah, you want to hear his opinion?
As long as it's publicly accessible. I don't want you to throw him under the bus or anything.
Oh no, he's gonna come on the show at some point here.
I'd love to hear.
Give his opinion.
Dave, you didn't know Sheffaloo was he was on the show 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah, at least twice.
Agent, who is one of the good guys, I would say. Best you can say about him.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Oh, he's the whistleblower, ain't he?
Yes, that's him.
He is. Yeah, Vincent Sheffaloo was a ATF agent for over 20 years. And was in law enforcement, I think, maybe 30 years. He says, well, there you have it, nominated ATF director. He was a bad agent and a horrible supervisor. ATF is going to take a beating if he's confirmed. Shit, that's what he says. And then I says, yeah, that's the worst possible choice. Would love to have you back on the show sometime to talk about it. And he says, love to. He's a total shill.
I mean, if you look at... Did anybody get a chance to look at his Reddit posts? He did an AMA for the Giffords group, whatever it's called. On Reddit, AMA's Ask Me Anything, for anybody that's not aware. He did an AMA in his
thanks, Babyface, for all of those of us who are freaking over 20 years old. We appreciate it.
That just means that Babyface didn't watch the Waco incident on TV like we did.
No, sorry. I was still.
That
was Waco 93.
Yeah, I think it was 93.
Yeah.
Yeah,
David,
he didn't even qualify for GI Joes at that time yet.
When I went to ATF in Washington to talk about my upper, in their lobby they have like a history of the Treasury Department kind of stuff, bootlegging and all that stuff, and they have a wooden model of the Branch Davidian compound. Where they said seven of their agents were killed or whatever.
Why would they even have that?
And I had to bite my tongue and say it's not burned.
Yeah.
You're right.
But I mean, they have
that's
a model.
not what it looked like when y'all got done.
They have a model of it there, and then they have like a thing about the agents that were killed there and stuff and all that. But it's like, really?
I really wonder if there is. There has to be a percentage of the ATF that sees that as just a black stain on their careers, which there's a whole lot of those, going all the way back to the 20s when they poisoned people during Prohibition. But there obviously have to be people that are proud of that moment. Like, that's a proud moment for them, which is wild to me.
They act like it with having a model of it in their lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's crazy.
Yeah. This is you know what? This has been going on for a long time with these agents, right? There's different agents in there that this kind of stuff has been happening. From time to time, these guys pop up in places, and people identify them as being these guys who celebrated one of the worst things that's ever gone down that a government agency has perpetrated against American citizens, and still nobody seems to get the idea that it's a no-no.
They still move up through the system.
Yeah.
See, that's it's kind of like the glory hole boys. They weren't thrown out.
This might be an interesting. So this is part of his AMA. Somebody asked, and this might pertain a little bit here. Do you think a compromise could be reached by taking suppressors off the NFA list in exchange for universal background checks? And his first reply was, I believe silencers are rightfully regulated as particularly lethal firearms under the NFA. I do believe that we should invest the transfer taxes that go to the General Treasury Fund to ensure the ATF can approve applications in a timely fashion. Why are silencers so bad, was the follow-up. Silencers, like guns, are not bad. A silencer in the hands of a killer allows the individual to maintain tactical advantage by distorting the typical sound of a gun, confusing potential victims, and at night masks muzzle flash. There are some. These are the same reasons SEAL Team 6 used suppressors to kill Bin Laden's guards. Quote from David Chipman.
Yeah. I wonder if the person who shot Randy Weaver's wife was using a can.
Oh, I guarantee you that those guys use suppressors.
I know his name. His name was Lon Horichew, and I will never forget his name, because when he got done murdering Randy Weaver's wife, he flew down to Waco.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Wild! I can't believe you know his name off the top of your head. That's crazy.
You guys will be surprised.
I will never forget his name.
You guys will be surprised what government agencies have suppressors, machine guns.
They get everything. Of course they have it. They are the defense of the country. They deserve to have that. We're just lowly citizens.
Yeah.
We're not qualified to possess that kind
They
of
protect
thing.
our Lord and Masters. Is that what it is? They're protecting the Lord and Masters, keeping us in line.
Hank, they're protecting the lizard people. Don't you know that?
Yeah.
How is it the civilians make all these cool stuff that they use?
Right.
The civilian sector manufactures every bit of it.
Are we smart enough to do that? I don't know.
Yeah. Listen, let me give a quick shout out to Real Cujo. I see him out there in the background. He says, "Hey everyone, I'm not here. Just mentioning YouTube is hiding this, and I've been watching for years. So yeah, I know that we're severely ghosted and shadow banned out there. So you guys have to make sure that you're subscribed and you rang the bell and all that.
Walter,
and tell your friends.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead. To answer your question legitimately, I actually did some research on this. McNamara, who was also the guy that sent handicapped people into the military in the Vietnam War, he was the one that actually shut down the armories back in the 60s. He was in charge of shutting down all the U.S. armories that we were so used to getting cool things out of. So there's your answer. That's why civilians make all the cool shit, is because McNamara helped shut everything down.
Yeah.
He did a lot of stuff.
He doesn't. I don't know anything good that he did. I don't know his name other than with McNamara's 100 and shutting down the Springfield Armory.
Yeah, my dad was in Vietnam, and he never liked the name Westmoreland or McNamara. Neither one.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Kieski says, watching live on TV, we must have all missed the 2 helicopters that were shot down by Barrett 50s.
You think?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, they must have turned the cameras off while that was happening. The ones they ran 24/7, live streaming it basically.
Yeah, all I can remember is the tank, whatever it was a tank or whatever it was, taking its barrel and poking it through the wall of the compound. Then all of a sudden it started on fire.
Oh yeah. It was an accident.
They claimed they were pumping CS tear gas through the barrel. It's starting to look more and more like incendiary grenades,
Yeah. Archangel says, Hank, Alphabet Mafia is also responsible for Fast and Furious debacle. Yeah. The people who should not have guns, the government.
Yeah. I've said this before, and the ATF goes all the way back, and I'm sure before this, but you can read articles where they pushed for industrial liquors to have toxins added to it because people in the 20s, mid-20s, were drinking it during Prohibition, because it's just, liquor is liquor is liquor. As long as it's ethanol or it doesn't have all the additives in it, it's all kind of the same stuff with different flavorings. People were taking the industrial liquors that were supposed to be used for industrial purposes and selling it at speakeasies. So the ATF pushed to regulate where they would add basically poisons to the industrial liquors, and they ended up killing about 25 people off of industrial liquor. But they are the ones that did that.
Yeah. Kioski says AFT reform is needed. I think that this guy should definitely be the head of the AFT.
I got
Not the
something for
ATF
AFT.
That's, I found out that's a teachers union, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it American Federation of Teachers or something like that?
Teachers, yeah.
Yeah.
A effing travesty.
The real one and the fake one that was created by Biden in his imagination.
Yeah. Aft.
Yeah.
Aft is like forward and aft. Forward
Yeah.
and aft.
The teachers unions in America are terrible, man. I mean, I guess it's good if you're a teacher, but you know.
The quality joke. Richard Bonder says AFT should be a 24/7 shop because they got the best stuff: alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, and don't forget the explosives.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. So yeah, that whole fight right there, that's gonna be bubbling up for a while. I am gonna try to get Vincent to come on and talk about this guy. He would know a lot better, but obviously from his reaction, he's not a super fan of that guy.
Not a fan.
No,
Can I
not a
throw
fan.
out something that I think we're all aware of that has frustrated me over the last since January, let's say?
Mm-hmm.
People have become so the right has become, and Fox News, all the other news organizations have become so aware of every single thing that Biden is doing and is now ready to push back on every single one of them, when before Trump was kind of just allowed to, ban bump stocks and machine guns. We were so lax during the Trump administration that now it's like everybody's waking up again to, oh my God, they're going to take our guns. It's like, well, the ATF has been trying to do that forever. It's never changed.
Now, I'm not
just
sure.
Right.
Yeah, are you sure that it's Fox News? Like, I know Tucker for sure. Tucker Carlson is out there.
I've been watching Tucker, so maybe I shouldn't say
Yeah.
Fox News, because he's the only person on there I really watch.
I mean, Fox News still believes that there was no fraud in the election. So
Yeah.
I have, Dave, I haven't had the news on since the election. I have not watched the news. I mean, I see things on YouTube and stuff like that, but I have not watched the channel. I used to turn on every morning and watch what's going on, and it's like, nope,
Good for you.
no more.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
need it.
And your
It's the
life
same-
is better for it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And they're doing the same crap they were doing 6 months ago.
Mhm.
It's nothing's changed.
Or
So
4 years ago.
yeah, I
Yes.
mean, I can hear about I can watch volcanoes on YouTube.
Mhm.
I watch that a lot because I find that very relaxing.
It's really
I'm
interesting.
about to say it's much more interesting than what's happening in Washington D.C.
Yeah,
Look what's going on in St. Vincent right now. That
Oh,
volcano
man,
in
yeah,
St.
that's
Vincent,
crazy.
And those people, they're running around. It's like,
You
that's
know what's
news.
funny?
That's news.
They also won't rescue people. I've seen some things. I don't know if this is 100% true, so we probably need to vet the news. But I've seen some things that they don't want to evacuate people that don't have vaccine passports.
Well,
Really?
You're not serious. You're serious?
Well, we should probably check
here,
that.
let me see.
Yeah.
Dying from a volcano or COVID. What's more?
Yeah, we
What's
should
more
probably. Yeah, we should probably check that and make sure. I know I've seen people
breathing ash from a volcano or COVID? Which one?
Yeah,
Which one do you
hydrogen sulfide gas.
Yeah.
For a small virus.
Well, that ash
gives
will
you the
definitely
flu.
cure COVID for sure.
Yes, it will absolutely stop it.
Yeah.
I think I'd have a mask on for the ash, not because I'm worried about catching COVID. Come on, man. It's just
You sound like Biden. Come on, man.
get a shotgun, man. That's all you
Come on,
need.
man.
Double barrel
Yeah, fire a
shotgun.
couple of blasts.
Yeah, me and Popcorn, we had a good old time with our shotgun.
Corn pop.
Popcorn.
Corn pop.
Corn Pop, excuse
Yeah,
me.
he
Corn
went after
Pop.
corn pop.
Yeah, it's so funny, but that's
It's sad.
The only thing you can
Sad.
do is laugh, because if you don't, you'll go nuts. You will absolutely
why
go
I
nuts that
That's why I haven't had the news on.
a complete ignoramus is running the country. And I know the left used to say that about Trump, but
No.
he's just, well, he's not actually. I don't think he's running anything. I think he's just the puppet that's being told what to do by whoever is below him, under him,
I
around him.
think you nailed it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he has the mental faculties to actually drive this country.
Yeah, and it's scary that people hated Trump enough, because
Mhm.
I really don't think people voted for Biden. I think they voted against Trump.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that they were so willing to. They're so anti-Trump that they would be like, yeah, this is who we want.
Now I don't know if the Denver Gazette. Excuse me, guys. I'm just like checking into this. I don't know if the Denver Gazette is legit or not. But
is that what they were the ones that were saying it?
Yeah. So these are the
Eagle.
I was watching some of the foreign news feeds. You'll get better information watching the Brits and stuff. And
Coronavirus vaccine requirements leave volcano refugees in a lurch. Residents of a Caribbean island attempting to flee a volcanic eruption will not be permitted to travel to neighboring countries offering refugees unless they provide or produce, proof showing that they are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Ralph Gonsalves, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, said that only those who had been fully vaccinated can board the ships that will take them to neighboring islands.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
that's scary.
Well, you know what's going to happen in this country. They're already setting up for it. If you watch these ads that the government's putting on TV, I see them when we're watching these other Netflix and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's your responsibility. And so what's going to happen is when this comes back again, which is going to, you can get vaccinated for the flu, and next year there's a flu, right? Okay.
Right.
Well, so it's already mutating. What's in Florida is already a mutated year, British version.
You know whose fault it's going to be? Right here. Because I ain't getting no damn shot.
I'm in the same thing.
What you're getting the shot for, how effective is that if it's already mutated?
It ain't.
How effective are the people who have got the shot and got sick again?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously not everyone, but there are people who are getting issues, and I know, for example, like my kids are getting the shots.
I keep saying this. Dave, I'm going to exclude you from this because you don't associate with us on a one-on-one as much as the rest of us do. But the three of us, I think, have all already had it. Plus, of our significant others and families and whatnot.
Oh, we had it last October.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't see why I should go get a shot when I'm fairly certain I already had the disease.
I had it from the SHOT Show last time.
Yeah.
I think.
No, that was just the SHOT Show crud. That wasn't that special.
The Hmong, yeah. Well, that was some Chi-Com.
Oh, that was some heavy-duty crud. That was some crud and some mud.
Because Las Vegas was crawling with Chinese before they stopped before the travel ban started. So
yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, if we can do the Wayback Machine back to 2017, that was last year I attended SHOT, and it was almost comical. The Chinese manufacturers didn't speak any English. There'd be about 4 of them in a suit. They'd come into your booth, they'd pick your can up, they'd start taking cell phone photos of it, and you could tell what they're doing.
They're sending it back so it can be cloned.
Yes, that's exactly
reverse
what they're
engineering,
doing.
Yeah.
Yes, they're RE on site. They're just getting ideas and immediately getting multi-angle photos so they can build 3D models based off of the photos, and they wanted to see the guts out of the silencers.
The only thing better than that is if they came up with a tape measure and were like, what sort of metal?
They're not the only ones that do that.
Yeah, come up with a hacksaw and cut it in half.
I've had Israelis do that too.
Yeah.
So
really?
They're just as bad, trust me.
This has been going on for a long time. And actually, right now, China is probably way past. If you look at what China did with cars, for example, like in the beginning, they were just copying cars, and you would just see like crappy versions of American and European cars.
Mm-hmm.
They're going past now. They're past that now. You're gonna see them start trying to sue people over patents and stuff like that pretty soon.
Yeah, I remember back a few years ago, Mercedes went after the Chinese because they built a 100% knockoff of a Mercedes.
Yes.
I mean, it was right down to everything, and it's like
even like the emblem.
Yeah, but today Mercedes is building in China, or China is building things for Mercedes. If you look at what happened with I forgot the name of the company that. It's a company that's putting out a car pretty much exactly like the Tesla, and
in China.
Yes, and basically they had employees of Tesla they would hire them to come over and work for them, and they were like, listen, just copy everything and email it to us before you come over. Yeah. So all the full self-driving stuff that Tesla was doing and all that got sent over there, you know, and then these guys jumped over there, and, you know, I mean, it's eventually that you're going past whatever is being made here.
Well,
this is the crazy thing. Look at movies, for example. You know, look at movies. I remember, and I'm not, look, that's what these guys are doing and what America is not doing, right? But look at movies. I remember growing up that we would look at all the karate movies and everything, and you could see the strings on the people. Do you remember that? You could literally see the strings.
Fly.
Yeah, you could see all of that kind of stuff. Now, if you look at movies made in Asia, you know, some Chinese movies, Korean movies, and stuff like that, the freaking the 3D, the cinematography is way past what you see coming out of America. The only thing they don't have yet, stories. Because their idea of stories and what's legend and all that is kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit corny.
They still go back, like, they're still hard on ancient Chinese cultural stories, right? They're not writing like Western stories.
Yeah, there's also a lot of communism and stuff like that built in. Like, I didn't realize Jackie Chan is like a general or something in the frickin' in the Chinese Secret Service or some craziness like that.
Don't forget that when you are in a communist country like that, you don't get to publish whatever you feel like. You don't get to write whatever story you feel like. If it has the wrong message in it, the government comes out and says, you can't publish that. You can't make that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh God!
What is
all
that?
of us just got the same thing.
Oh,
Amber
yeah.
alert.
My phone is.
Wow, that's loud.
I know.
Yeah,
I just got it too. Luckily, I have my phone on silent.
Yeah, mine.
That's the county north of us here.
Mine is.
Brady Judd.
No, that's Polk County.
Oh, is that Polk? I'm sorry.
And I heard, Grady came out and said all this stuff about. I heard that he's big time on red flag stuff. That's what people.
Brady Judd is pro red flag.
Well, he does that kind of operations a lot.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what when I said, when people said, oh man, he's cool with the guns and everything, and then people said, man, he's big time in the red flag stuff.
Really?
So I didn't know that was the truth or what, but I don't know. He did say about the whole stuff going on currently is very true, but about inanimate objects and all that stuff. But anyhow, so yes.
Yeah, so there's stuff I'm trying to find. There's different things that I've seen, but like.
Yes, you got it too, I guess. Child abduction alert, Pasco alert incoming.
Yeah.
But
I'll ask Richard Monder, is this a thing over in the UK that they send out wild amber alerts, silver alerts?
Yeah, they'll be using that on us one of these days. Sending out an alert. Yes, there's
Have
people
you seen
walking
this
around, no masks.
Oh,
If you see these guys with no masks.
You know what's funny about the whole no mask thing is I've found personally, at the beginning of COVID, people would really frown upon you for not wearing a mask. How dare you try to hurt my health? I found that more and more people are not caring. Most people I run into now are just like, yeah, fuck it, I don't want that thing. Get out of here.
Yeah.
People are burned out on that.
In Pasco County, they turned all that stuff off last week, and then so I'm up Friday. I went to an event with the military vehicle guys, and that was in Pasco, but the people are still walking around with their damn mask on. I'm like, outside.
The thing that
Let
I don't.
Let
Go
them.
ahead, Dave.
Well, I'm fine. You can do it if you want, but
Don't ask me to. That's all I say.
The thing that I don't get is, so it is you've either had COVID, you've gotten vaccinated, yet you still want me to mask up and social.
Because Fauci said the vaccination is not enough.
I don't.
Not only do you need to mask up, you need to double mask it.
Look at the history of vaccines in this country and tell me when it has never been enough. Because people, every time I get into a discussion with somebody about this, they're like, "Oh, it's different. It's different." It's like I don't think it is.
How is it
don't think
different?
Exactly the same.
It's the same across the board. It's been the same since we invented vaccines. What's different about it?
Yeah, but also we're not talking about some kind of mongoloid fever Um,
We're not talking about Ebola. Are we?
yeah, you know what the
You
hell?
start bleeding out of all your
It's the
orifices?
flu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get this and sneeze and your head
You know,
falls
it's not
off.
like smallpox where you get lesions on your skin and everything
Yeah.
else.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
Most
I had a
most
freaking
people feel
head cold,
tired.
man.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had a head cold. Yeah.
That's how you felt. Now,
Yeah, I literally, I had a fever every night at bedtime, and it was in my head, and I'd take a Advil to kill the fever or whatever it was, Advil or ibuprofen or something, fever
Ibuprofen,
reducer. Yeah, and I'd sleep like a baby all night. I'd wake up next morning, I felt fine, and by the next evening, the ibuprofen it wore off, and the fever would return after about 4 days of it. And like you said, I was super tired. Teresa finally said, she said, you just need to go get checked. So I went, got the test. Sure enough, he come back and he said, you have it. You win the prize. Then he looked over at Teresa and he pointed at her and he said, and you probably have it too.
But did she get sick?
Okay, here's the weird part of this. She doesn't have a spleen due to a childhood accident. And the spleen is part of your immune system. She had it for 1 day. She literally ran a fever one evening, and she was over it. Literally, 1 day. So I don't know. I don't understand it, but it wasn't like this. I thought I had a head cold. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Right.
If what I think was COVID for me, I think I lost my sense of taste for 2 days. I had a very slight fever for that 2 days, and then I started coming back up it was like Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday. By Friday, I started feeling fine. Marley never caught it. And I do think there's something about caregivers, mothers, nurses, they are invincible. And I don't know why, but like when I was a kid, Mom never caught my disease.
I could take a wild guess. Go ahead, Walt. What were you gonna say?
There are people that have. They're just. I forget what it's all called, but during the years when they had the plague, years and years ago when they had the plague, there were people who took care of people who never got it because genetically they have there's a gene or something that prevents them from getting it, and people still have that today. Some people will get sick, others won't.
It's amazing.
When I felt like crap after the SHOT Show, Peggy didn't get it.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't like all over after that. I kind of stayed away, but we slept in the same bed, breathing.
That's all you need.
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't get nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think moms and caregivers have better immunity to that stuff due to the exposure. It's the whole what doesn't kill you makes you stronger kind of clause. And seriously, you're microdosing that communicable diseases all the time, and your body is keeping that tolerance built up in your immune system. Her bloodstream's probably 50% antibodies.
Yeah.
I mean, really. And,
Bruce Ludman says 3 months later. This is from Bruce Ludman. Says 3 months later, I'm still dealing with COVID.
Yeah, Bruce still has symptoms.
Yeah.
I text him once every couple weeks or whatever. It's just crazy that it will, but that's the nature of disease in general. Is some people will have nothing. There's just some people that won't get heavy, and there's some people that will have lingering symptoms for the rest of their lives.
There's somebody locally here that's in the military vehicle club. I guess he got malaria back when he was in the military, and he says he still suffers from malaria type symptoms at times. But I guess once it gets, like you said, once it gets in your system, some people it never goes away. It's just always kind of lingering there. So,
they won't take blood donors from malaria victims ever. My dad had it in Vietnam, and they would never let him donate blood because he had malaria. So it does hang around. It's like Lyme disease. Once you get it, you've got it.
Oh yeah, you've got it. Yeah.
Rodney Brady says, I had a fever for 10 days, then felt good for days, then got blood clots in my legs and lungs. No powerlifting events for 6 months at least. Thanks, COVID.
Damn.
From Rodney Brady.
Well, I think
And so that means he's physically fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's powerlifting.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the nature of disease. We had a family member that he died when I was a kid, so I didn't really ever know him. Healthy, was a jogger, ran like miles every day. I ran triathlons and things like that. Got tongue cancer and died.
Tongue cancer.
Was never a smoker.
Oh,
never
wait,
a
was he
drinker.
was he going downtown? You know, doing.
Might have been. I was.
He
poor
got
at
that.
the time, so I never asked.
He got the. He got the same. What's that thing that?
I thought that was throat cancer, not tongue cancer.
Hey, yeah, it's the same system.
But I mean, it's just the nature of diseases. It's gonna
Yeah,
affect
you don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
You know, it's interesting. I think I agree with what Dave was saying, that I think if you're constantly exposed to stuff, to different things, especially moms and people who in general have to take care of the whole family, yeah, you kind of build up an immunity. And this is something that they've been saying for a long time, that human beings need to build up an immunity. That's why I always cringe when I see people constantly using that pump stuff to wash their
not
hands.
good for you.
Oh,
No.
antibacterial soap.
No.
It's really not good
Yeah.
for you. You need to have a certain level of bacteria on your skin.
You
because-
need germs. Eat mud.
Well, play
Go
the
outside
dirt,
and eat
son.
some dirt. Yes.
What I always tell Marley is when we have kids, they're gonna eat dirt at some point, and I'm not gonna stop them.
Up that five.
You're not
That,
gonna be mad.
yeah,
I'm
that 5 second rule needs to go to 10 seconds. If you drop
Yeah.
something, you need to step on it. Then eat it.
They might get some worms or something, but you can get drugs for worms.
mad. Right. You know,
The worms are good for you.
Get rid of worms.
I played outside as a kid. I probably ate dirt and got nasty, and I never got
Oh.
worms. I never had
I
diseases.
was eating dirt at the last mini bike race I was at.
That's
So
right.
come on.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. You've
Dirt
never.
ate me, I think.
Have you guys ever seen someone? I never had worms, but have you ever seen someone who had worms?
Like tapeworms or
Oh,
something.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
aware of
disgusting. Yeah. The first.
No, I've never.
The first time I saw that in Nigeria, there were these kids that were like, their parents, I guess, were friends of ours, and yeah, man, one of these kids had a worm. That was the most disgusting thing I ever saw in my life. Yeah,
Wow.
God, that is, I can imagine.
yeah, yeah,
I've heard
Yeah.
stories. Yes.
yeah. It's pretty disgusting. So, but I mean, I
Dude,
think
I would literally get on Amazon and look up dog worm pills and say, okay, I weigh 185 pounds. I'd freaking dose that crap and I'd get rid of that.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
it works on a dog, it'll work on a human.
You know what's
I
funny
mean,
is
All you need to do is wash your hands. Wash your
both smoke
hands.
the same drugs.
Yeah, you just need to wash your hands and
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
take it
it.
easy.
Just
Yeah.
be hygienic. Wash your hands. And I
yeah,
mean, here
but that
in
pump
Florida,
stuff, that pump antibacterial stuff, that's the end of the planet right there, man. That's how we die.
Here in
That's how
Florida,
we
we had
go.
an outbreak of hepatitis A. Was it down in Walther, down near where you are? There was a couple outbreaks.
Yeah, you know where that comes from?
Yeah, I do. It's being unhygienic with your.
But a lot of it's being brought in and transmitted from our folks that aren't here legally.
I could.
oh, really? Are they carrying it across?
Where do you? There's stuff coming across the border that we haven't seen in this country in a century.
Mhm.
Coming
Yeah.
diseases and stuff. Yeah, and it's like, oh well, that's okay. Put them up in a hotel, right? Put them up in a motel. You know,
Mhm.
I guess they're spending like $80 million on hotel rooms for these people. It's like, wouldn't it be cheaper just to put them back across the border with them? I think buy a lot of plane tickets. You can get a lot of cargo planes full of people go back the other way.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's checking to make sure they have COVID vaccines.
Oh,
Do you think they?
well, you racist?
Do you think they're actually checking?
Are you a racist?
They're gonna check if they're gonna check.
You're racist.
You know what's funny? Lola was telling me that, and obviously Dave is in Georgia. Lola was telling me that Will Smith was making a movie in Georgia. I get something about slavery. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I don't. Yeah. So anyway, he pulled out of making that. I think he was making the movie with Apple, and they pulled out of making the movie in Georgia because of the laws in Georgia that people have to show ID. So they're
I
going to
don't
pull out of Georgia
understand
and
how-
punish all these. It's a movie about slavery, so I'm guessing lots of black people are going to be in that movie.
I don't understand
now-
how people think this is racist. It doesn't make sense to me.
Here's a little interesting history tidbit. Every time I have voted in the 51 years I've been on this mud ball flying through space, I've had to show them my driver's license.
I do too. Here in Florida, we do.
You can afford that,
Yeah.
Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afford a driver's license?
Dave, I'm surprised that someone who sounds like Dave actually is capable of having a driver's license. How do you?
I mean, really? They gave me one. It's just a little card. The state troopers seem to believe it. So
You can't get any more country, Dave. You can't get any more country. How are you possibly even finding a driver's license? Did it like fall off a tree?
They mailed it to me. It came in the mail.
You're in a small city. You're in a real small town. Do you know anybody locally that doesn't have some form of government ID?
No, literally the habitual violator DUI people have a state issued ID card.
Yeah.
How do you get and I'm just to preface for whoever wants to get crazy out there, lots of people of different colors are on welfare. Okay? Lots of people of different colors. How do you get the welfare? How do you get the welfare without ID? Because if someone knows how to do that, I'm gonna go collect some food stamps because I will totally.
Oh well, maybe hang on.
I will absolutely have one of those credit cards.
Yeah, I will use those cards.
You got to come in the 21st century. You got to get your EBT card. They don't get in line no more.
But how do you get that though? If you don't have ID, isn't it racist for someone to ask you that? Can't we all just show up and go, listen, I want the welfare?
Listen, I think we should all be able to fly on Delta without showing ID now.
Yeah, but this is what people should
If
do.
he's so mad about it, we should be on his plane.
Everyone should just show up in wherever these places are and go, I want the welfare. Where's the welfare? Well, show us some ID. No, that's racist. That's racism. I'm not going to participate in that. Give me the welfare.
I mean, it does. It opens a whole can of worms. You can't selectively pick and choose what you use that leverage for. That's not how it works. I mean, when you pass a law in Atlanta governing something that to the people of Atlanta, it by default impacts me way up here in Trenton, and you can't do that selectively, like you said. You can't say no. You can't. I seen the memes on Facebook. It's got this long list of stuff you have to show ID for and to vote not. It's like, come on, for real.
Oh, and even worse, to get a mail-in ballot. The mail-in ballots are the way they got Joe Biden elected. Why do you think they were so much for this mail-in ballot stuff? Because there's so much fraud. It's pathetic.
Yeah, but every time, so the only way to fight fire is with fire, not water, or seriously. It sounds counterintuitive. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Dave.
I'm sorry. The lag is getting me. By the time you stop, I start, and then it's bouncing back and forth. I'm sorry, but yeah, it is. You're right. You're exactly right. I seen a notice. What was it, like a news flash? It said the most counterfeited item in this country last week was COVID vaccination cards.
For what?
Well, COVID vaccination cards.
People
are forging them so that it looks like they've got their vaccine. They don't have to get it.
Walter, you have one of these things?
Apparently all you do is make one and scribble some crap on it.
I saw some pictures of them. All it needs a picture. I don't need nothing else.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's no photograph on the COVID vaccination cards, so I mean, you just got to print one out.
Even if I had a vaccination, which I don't, I personally wouldn't get that vaccination. Although, like I said, I think both of I know one went on Friday and the other one went today with my sons to get that vaccination. I don't know if I think that's required for their schools or whatever, but that's their decision to make. Even if I had that, though, I'm not freaking showing you a vaccination passport.
No. You don't have to show you got smallpox shots.
Yeah.
So you got every shot.
I'm not doing it.
But you can't virtue signal extra hard if you don't make selfies with your card.
That's exactly it.
You're the reason why there's still COVID.
Did anybody see the headline?
The guy that don't have it is the reason that it exists.
Did anybody see the headline on CNN's Brian Stelter yesterday?
Mm-mm.
So obviously you can see how irrelevant they are at this point. Their headline story was Fox News contributors haven't shown themselves with COVID vaccine selfies. Have they actually gotten it? It's like That's news to them.
Dude, I could literally
Meanwhile,
go down to the. I could go down to the vaccination center. The resolution on the camera is pretty low quality. Drop someone a C note, say, "Hey, I just want to hold your card and make a selfie with it." Literally, make the selfie, give the card back to the guy. Look, I did it. I mean,
I don't understand people so willing to give away their HIPAA compliant information. I guess we're just in the information age where we're willing to give away all of our personal data. And now HIPAA compliant stuff, your medical records, which should be yours, are now, let's just give that away to the internet.
Yeah, but what else can we see? I mean, I want people. Should we have AIDS cards? Should we have hepatitis B cards? Should we have the cards for the crabs? Like, let me see your crabs card.
Have you been doused lately?
Yeah, lice. Can I see your lice card, please?
To go on that same.
Hey, maybe as you bring that up, before you go back after World War II, in order to come into France, you had to have things saying that you've been deloused. Really? They require. It was so bad. Look, when my father was they were in a displaced persons camp after World War. They were in a labor camp in World War II. When the Russians freed the labor camp, everybody had to walk through a DDT shower.
Wow, to get
that's
rid of
how
the lice.
bad. That's how bad lice and all the bugs and fleas.
Okay,
and
that was I mean, that was back then for sure. I get it. You know, but like, why is this one specific thing the ender of all things? Like, why do I have to show this?
Because what why do you doubt him? Why do you doubt him?
Right.
You doubt the government?
Yeah.
You doubt the world organization of whatever the hell, the UN, and you doubt those people? I mean, that's what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. Well, what's your problem? You don't believe? What's your problem, Hank Strange?
Yeah.
Well, are you a trouble
theorist?
Yeah.
Are you a troublemaker?
Yes.
Is that what you are?
Yes.
Are you a troublemaker?
Yeah, I got my troublemaker card right here.
yeah, it's right here in my wallet. Oh, excuse me, that gun. Oh, out of the way.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Someone said that what is it was troubling. Let me see. Where was that? Jackie April says the fact that you watch CNN is frightening. Hashtag babyface.
It was on. I actually don't watch CNN. It was.
I can't stomach any of that crap.
It was a screenshot on 4chan.
Yeah. Do you think he actually even knows how to find CNN?
No.
That stuff was on at the airport, and it was just laughable. I'm just like going, "Oh my God, come on!" And I'm saying this stuff out loud.
How long they'll talk about a subject so long? It's like, how can they just keep finding stuff to say about it?
Well, it's not news either. It has nothing. Like I was saying, here's a volcano going off in St. Vince. People are running around, and they're talking about all this mindless crap that they talk about. It's like there's other countries. There's all kinds of crap going on in other countries. You don't hear anything about that anymore. No, nothing else. No more. There's still stuff going on in France. The people in France aren't happy still. I mean, they were unhappy since last year or something. You don't hear about that no more because it's all their socialist buddies. That's why you don't hear about it. That's what.
Yeah, the people of the world have to stand up and push back against this nonsense. Captain Shark says, if your twig and berries are shaved and you have canine flea and tick powder on your junk, you probably had crabs recently.
I got a couple people. When you go to military vehicle rallies and stuff, twice over in Europe, they still have a lot of that stuff that comes out from warehouses, and the cans of delousing powder they would give the GIs and stuff.
Jesus.
For your pubic region and such, which is basically DDT.
Wow.
I mean, it works. It's very effective.
Well, yeah, DDT kills like literally everything.
Well, and it probably I've got 2 cans of that stuff upstairs just for memento kind of thing, and it's probably that DDT. They're full. That DDT probably still work pretty good. So
it don't ever break down.
No.
But they're just interesting cans to read. That's like.
Here's an article on how delousing was done with DDT. They would put so they said they would put a mask on you. You would unbutton your collar, unbutton your pants, and they would shove the thing up your sleeves, down your back, down your pants, and just pump you full of it.
Wow.
It's interesting.
I read the story. I heard a story today of a guy that was a B-29 pilot that was shot down over Japan. the story, main part of the story was that one of the Japanese pilots didn't shoot him when he was in the parachute, and years later he went back to meet this guy, and they became friends. But when he landed on the ground, the civilians beat him unconscious. Then he was suffering from shrapnel wounds, and the Japanese did nothing to help his wounds. And then they put him with the animals at the zoo, tied him to the thing naked, so people could walk through and hit him with rocks and sticks and ropes as he's tied to the cage inside at the Tokyo Zoo.
Oh, they put him in a cage.
Historically, we've been one of the few countries that has followed the Geneva Convention. Just
Yes.
throw that out there.
Yeah. Listen. That kind of stuff has happened. It's happened before. You know.
It happens right now. It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, it absolutely does.
Yes, and they've had Africans in zoos in America. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, Babyface sent this.
That's a delousing
Oh
image.
boy. Yeah. Let's let's put this up here.
I've seen pictures of it where they, like I said, when they came into the camp.
Yeah, the back of the head. Yeah, so you were breathing this in.
But okay, well.
Try not to.
Yes.
They probably told
you won't.
Yeah, hold your breath.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Let
but
me
this.
see. Would you rather hold your breath or would you rather itch your skin off?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like they put it in the hat also. They put it all around the head in the hat.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
people don't understand how bad it was over in Europe after World War II. I mean, it was bad. I mean,
Wait, did your the family that you're speaking of, were they soldiers or do they come from a camp?
no, my parents' family, my dad's family, they were kicked out of their house in Ukraine and shipped off to a labor camp.
Yeah. So those
The
labor
Germans,
camps
the
were
Germans
nasty.
were the Germans were drunk, swinging by the chandeliers inside the house, supposedly.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean that's what went on, you know, and everybody over there at that time had a story. It's not like they were unique or anything, and everybody survived and all that. But you know, it's people don't realize when they start, poor Mexicans or immigrants, they're sitting in cages.
Yeah.
That's not a cage. That's not a cage.
What I would suggest to get back to the Will Smith thing here for a second, I think people in Georgia should go into Apple stores, okay? Maybe around the country. We should go into Apple stores, just grab up a whole bunch of Apple stuff, go up to the counter and go, just put it on my account, and like, what are you talking about? I am Will Smith. Like, you know, if they try to get ID or a credit card from you, just go, nope, that's racism.
Well,
I'm telling you, I'm Will Smith.
That
You just
shows you
have
how-
to trust me what I'm saying, and let me take this stuff out of here and put it on my
How-
tab.
How can
And
you
I
be a
want a
Will?
receipt.
How can you be a Will
Yeah.
Smith fan? I don't understand that. How
What do you
can
mean?
somebody be a Will Smith fan? He's an ignorant.
I didn't really.
Right.
This is my first time hearing Will Smith getting into this kind of stuff.
I mean,
I
he's,
know.
Fuck.
I don't know.
he's following the orders somebody gave him.
Yeah,
So-
but what I'm trying to say is this is my first time. Like, I thought Will Smith had like a better head on his shoulders than this kind of nonsense. Because what difference does it make? So what state are you going to go make this slave movie in? And-
you,
and-
can
and-
make it,
California.
you can make it in any state.
Okay, but they're not going to show ID. The people who are working on the movie set are not showing ID. We should all just walk onto that movie set then.
I don't think this was a. Well, anyways.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm trying to say to you. It's not a logic. There's not a logical train of thought happening here because wherever you go make this movie, you're saying that people don't have to show ID over there. So if people are working for this film studio, they don't have to show any ID to work for the film
He's
studio.
probably working for the film studio. I forget the guy's name, who's also a black man. Most likely.
No, if it was in Georgia, you're talking about Tyler Perry built a big studio in Georgia. But if they're not, but this is the point I'm trying to make. If they're not going to make the movie in Georgia because of this, right? And they're mad and they're protesting, doesn't that suffer then? Because that movie studio is in Georgia, so now they're not getting any money, right?
All those people aren't working on that.
Yeah, but wherever they take that movie to and make that movie, I'm sure in that place people have to show ID. So the whole thing that they're protesting is that people have to show ID when people are going to have to show ID wherever you go. You got to show ID. Wherever you go, you have to show ID for
To
stuff.
work.
to work, to get on a movie set. I guarantee you, to get on the movie set with Will Smith, you got to show some ID.
Yeah,
I mean,
like go through TSA at the airport.
Yeah. This is such a crazy thing. Like, I just want to understand, how are people getting behind this and actually trying to pretend that this is some kind of racism? Patrick, I think you're muted. And the Patrick is ranting, but he's muted.
I haven't. Was I muted the whole time? I was talking to Marley. I thought I was muted. Could you hear me talking to Marley?
No, you were muted.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't unmute myself.
Oh, okay.
No, this is just the new argument that is, it's the ultimate trump card. If you can't win an argument, it's racist. You can't, like that's what this has become. There's no logic in it. None whatsoever.
It's part of the cancel thing too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's I know. I mean, maybe we're going on too long with this, but it's just like, how does this sit in your brain that making people not too long ago, these folks were saying that the election where Trump won and became president was fraudulent, right? And the Russians had somehow done something, taken over or whatever. Now all of a sudden, if you're trying to get ID, you are racist.
Are you trying to be logical? Really? You can't be logical when you try to talk. The logic doesn't play a part in any of it.
Have you ever spoken? Here's the thing about Apple. Like, this is a movie Apple is making. I give Apple money. We're doing this show with Apple products being used to do this show. God forgive me.
I'm on an Apple Mac right now, MacBook Pro.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. If I call their asses, they want me to prove who I am. If I call them. What are we?
If I want to use a credit card to buy another MacBook Pro, guess what they want to do? They want to check and make sure that's my card.
But but these same people are. It's so.
Stop trying to figure it out.
My brain is going to explode. My brain is going to explode with these people.
That's why I turned the news off.
It's so ridiculous, man. So ridiculous.
Logic doesn't.
Go buy your firearm without your driver's license or your state issue ID.
Well, we should be able to. We should be able to.
I mean, that's the counter argument here. Is if something that's constitutionally guaranteed, which is your voting right, shouldn't require an ID, then none of the other constitutional rights should. I shouldn't have to show who I am to go buy a gun.
Nothing should require an ID then. Nothing.
Basically, yes.
Actually, yeah, that's kind of the way it should be. But
I'm with you.
That's in a perfect world. But as we all know, there's a lot of people out there that's saying, "Hey, I'm Hank Strange. Oh, give me some of that welfare." And there'll be 5 Hank Strangers showing up.
Yeah.
Give me some of that welfare. I mean.
Yeah, these guys can't be serious with this nonsense. So they're saying next time around when we all go to vote for president, we could all go in there as many times as we want to and vote, and you can't ask us for ID.
Well, that's not the case in Florida. So
I know, I get it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with the fact that if you're going to vote, you should have to show ID. I'm with that. But these guys are not with that. They're saying that anyone that makes you have to show ID is racist, but therefore you're disenfranchising people. How is that not racist, to disenfranchise people by having people just go in and vote as much as they want to? And who do you think is going to go vote more? Who do you think is going to go vote more? Lazy communist bastards? Or folks like us? I'll freaking go and vote there 24 hours a day. Like, no. Didn't we just see you here? No. No. They can't. Well, what's your name?
Live stream like 100 yards from the polling place.
Yeah, my name is Hank Strange Mark 5.
Yeah.
Just no.
Raymond
I'm Hank
J.
Strange
Johnson
now. Hank Strange at this point.
Raymond J. Johnson II.
Yeah. Hank Lo
Night Train
Strange.
had a question.
Yeah.
Night Train said, "I wonder if Steve Jobs would have been as woke as the current head of Apple, Tim Cook." I'm just gonna throw this out there. Steve Jobs' cancer could have been maybe not prevented. He may have not saved himself. But if he would have followed modern medicine,
I'm gonna roll in the thing though. Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
And gotten treatment, he could have survived for a whole lot longer. He was one of those hippies that decided healthy diet and exercise could beat his cancer, and it fucking killed him. So probably is the answer. Yes.
Well,
Yeah, I'm just showing the headlines to you guys. It was in Breitbart. Will Smith movie Emancipation, which is backed by Apple, won't film in Georgia as originally planned in protest of the state's recently passed voter integrity law, making it the first major Hollywood production to boycott Georgia.
Here's another point. Who is suffering with that decision? Is it the black actors who are now completely out of work because they're no longer filming in Georgia? Is that who might be suffering here?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
I don't care about that.
Yeah, I think a bunch of white actors should show up there and be like, "Listen, we came here to play slaves. Wait, you're not. Are you? I identify as a slave, and I'm here to play a slave. So."
This is what the world is becoming. Absolutely.
Yeah. Are you going to get backed into your stupid beliefs and go, look, they look white, but they could just be light-skinned slaves. If they're identifying,
The funny thing is, it goes one way, but not the other.
Yeah, it's just
it's
just like listen. There's certain things that for example, you ever watching like a movie about a long time ago in some country where there were no black people. If there were black people there were very few of them, right? But you're looking at this movie and there's a ton of black people, so it's not really something's like, oh, this is not really right, because in this time, like in Icelandia,
there were no black folks.
Before Christ or something like that.
There were no black folks.
Yeah, if there was a black guy over there, he'd be like he'd be like Michael Jackson.
Currently in filming right now, Anne Boleyn, who was Queen of England, Henry VII's second wife. The movie that's being filmed is the actress is black. Anne Boleyn was not black.
Yeah.
She was.
So if you want to flip this, this is for you guys. I can't do this, but you guys should go there and protest and go, listen. When you guys are making these movies about slaves, there should be some white people as the slave.
Yeah.
I mean, there should be some white slaves.
You gotta be inclusive.
Yeah,
exactly. You just
That's
go
like
up to and be like,
crazy.
y'all can whip me. That's my fetish, anyways.
It's as bad as when they turned Doctor Who into a chick. And that
I've
they
never
killed
seen
it.
it. I've never actually watched it.
Me neither. I can't
whole
look at
brand.
it.
They killed it, and
Yeah.
everything was all political. Everything was.
Doctor
political
Who's
with
been
Doctor Who.
going down the drain for a long time.
I was gonna say the Brits.
That'd be like having a female James Bond. Come on.
They're talking about it.
No, there already is. There already is a female James Bond.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah. There's already a female
let's
James
have some
Bond.
more female Ghostbusters, huh?
Yeah, that didn't work out.
No, that didn't work very well at all.
No, Doctor Who was going. Look, I don't know, and I don't know. Dave might not look at Doctor Who. I know I'm being judgmental of you, Dave. Are you a Doctor Who looking at kind of? Do you even know what we're talking about?
I saw it back in the '80s, and I ain't seen it since.
Oh, okay.
You haven't missed nothing.
So you last saw Doctor Who when he had a scarf.
Yeah, that's exactly.
What is that called when you wear it on your shirt there, like
an ascot? No, that
an
wasn't
ascot, yeah.
That wasn't an ascot. That was an actual
I don't
full-blown
know.
scarf. Yeah.
We have a new guest to show off. She's coming in a moment.
Oh, I think Doctor Who. I have not liked Doctor Who in a long time because they solve everything in Doctor Who by a speech.
too much talking.
Guns.
Yeah.
They have really awesome G36s, but the guns are useless. Every time they have any shooting, the guns are always completely useless.
The world-ending aliens come to the planet. Oh, now we're gonna stop because there's a dog involved. Oh boy, here we go.
This is our new friend. I know.
Why do I see him like in black and white? But I guess
There you go. This is Willow. This is the new.
Babyface.
She's not ours.
You need to be careful, man, because Buckshot is gonna stab you in your sleep. Yeah, that's a dash hound for real. That's a cute dog.
That is Willow. That is the mini dachshund. That is part of not our direct family. It's her sister's dog, but we're taking care of it for a couple days.
Oh, okay.
She's
Adopted.
the cutest.
Yeah. So
No adopting. We are not keeping it. Ours is nuts enough as is.
yeah. I wonder where he got that from.
Yeah. I'm with Kathleen Music Lover. David Tennant was the last good Doctor Who.
The thing.
I liked it.
Yeah, let's see. Richard Monder, who's in it, who's our Brit expert, says I gave up with Doctor Who 30 years plus ago in the UK, so he's with Dave on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be world-ending
well.
aliens, right? Like they have technology. Even Doctor Who, he's in trouble. They could snap a finger. Doctor Who's done, wiped out of the timeline or whatever. And then Doctor Who does a frickin' speech for 20 minutes,
and
the aliens go, you know what? This guy too crazy. we'll just back up and leave. And I was like, man, these guys actually feel like you could solve things
By talking.
Yeah.
To your enemies like that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
ones that want to kill you. The ones that want to kill
Yeah,
you. The enemies.
yeah. You just talk to them and they'll be, you know what?
Maybe you can talk to a tiger like that.
Yeah, we were gonna kill
Hello,
you.
Mr. Tiger. I mean, you really shouldn't do what you're thinking about doing. Right?
Yeah. That's what, and then I've seen that going into a lot of movies now. Those same stupid writers are putting that stuff into movies, and people are actually believing. And this is the same kind of stupidness that we're seeing, that people actually think they can make a stand because a state says, oh, you have to show ID to vote.
Mm-hmm.
That puppy is
make a stand.
pressing as hard as possible. You can probably see her over my shoulder. She is struggling as hard as possible against Marley to try to get at her sandwich. And she's whining too.
Yeah. Oh, the whining will never stop.
Well, that's why I had her go get her.
Yeah,
she
that's
was crying in the
from,
kennel.
yeah. So listen, let's go to some. So we should do some suppressor stuff since we have
let's talk
Dave here.
suppressors,
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
What you got? You got some new stuff for us? Some new bleeding technology?
Almost. There's.
Come
is-
on, can
there
we get an
is a new
exclusive?
one
That's
there's
why.
there is one on the
Come on,
cusp. It's almost ready.
Do we know the caliber?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, it's 308.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Um,
broad. That's.
I ain't gonna say no more. But it
Okay.
will be making its grand appearance fairly soon.
Is this a universal
yeah.
type thing or?
See that's where you go fishing and you get me to spill the beans. But it's a can that's been asked for a lot, and through customer request, we finally did the development, put one together.
Would
But,
it
yeah.
possibly compete with something like this, maybe?
Let me see what I'm looking at.
That
What is that?
Omega 300.
No,
Not quite.
it's not. No, it's not that kind of can.
Okay.
But
Okay,
it's
he
not-
said that.
hey,
He
it's
said
not
that in a.
QD, but-
He said that like that's not that kind of can.
Not that kind of
Yeah.
That's the can you're looking for.
Yeah, this.
Yeah,
We
there
don't
you go.
see
Yeah.
these.
That's the can you're looking for.
Yeah.
But,
When is it coming
yeah,
out?
probably we're working on black nitride treating them, and once they get done with black nitride, final assembly, and then product photos, build the web page, and then
And
launch.
ship to Hank Strange. Oh,
So
wait,
you're
hold
not
on a second.
gonna put it out there and then say, oh, it'll be ready in 6 months. It's gonna hit
Mm.
by.
Yeah, we're gonna actually have them in boxes on the shelf when we announce them.
Oh, I like that.
You know
I
what?
like
I
that.
was there might be some kind of error in the mail or something. I haven't seen one of these come in for testing.
It's because they ain't built yet.
No, that's cool.
But they are in process. I
Okay.
seen the cores coming out of the links the other day. They are monolithic core.
Ooh, okay.
Cool, man. Cool.
But yeah.
308. All right.
Mm-hmm. And some little interesting tidbits. We're bringing back the Triumph. We took it down because of basically lack of interest, because the Constitution was such a what's that?
I don't know who that was.
No idea.
Was that you, Walter? Oh, okay. Walter's getting a phone call or something.
Was the Triumph was the one that was you made a QD muzzle
Well, I
brake?
can't handle firearms on camera anymore, can
No.
I? I have one right behind me. It's leaned up against the wall right there.
Ah, okay.
It's right there. That one is a
Okay.
Triumph.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
right next to that.
Okay.
Integral. We were shooting some this afternoon, and we had them out. We actually still shoot, even during the shortage. We want to keep our skills sharpened, so we do a little bit of marksmanship training. But it's a titanium, kind of a severe duty 5.56 can. It's a Triumph. It's got an Inconel blast chamber, and it's direct thread only, but they're tough cans. Inconel core, or excuse me, Inconel blast baffle, titanium core, titanium tube. Has a stainless rear mount so that you don't get issues with galling when you're screwing the cap into the core. If you have two titanium interfacing parts, you run a high risk of galling. So, yeah, so we make the rear cap out of 17.4 stainless instead, and that way we don't have that problem. We have dissimilar metals, and it don't gall near as bad.
What's the definition of galling?
Well, it's friction welding between two parts from just rubbing together.
They start actually bonding to each other?
And let me tell you what happens. Yeah, they start to bond. You go,
yeah.
Okay. I think that's happened a lot.
One turn from getting all the way screwed together. It'll be spinning in just happy as it goes, and then it'll stop. One turn short. And
remember the Beretta M9A3 barrel that is missing a thread?
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was because it gold. They
Yeah.
used stainless barrels, and the stainless adapter that went on it, it ripped the thread right off, and I had to send it back and pain in the butt. Pain in the butt.
Did you ever get that back?
They sent me the barrel back.
Okay. DCG44 says, having what you advertise, what a concept.
I know, no, it's so common to see something that's not in stock. Hey, we're making this sometime.
Well, I mean, so let me ask you this question, Dave, and I don't know if you guys have been affected by this or not, but I've kind of noticed that a lot of suppressor manufacturers have not had accessories and things like that in stock for a while, and then all of a sudden I'll see like, oh, we got these Why is that? Why is it that they, you know, I thought it would be easy and simple to make these accessories, yet they've been out of stock for a while.
And let me add to that real quick.
Walter can attest to this as well. Cycle time.
Yep.
You can only make them so fast.
Have you had problems getting your titanium or Inconel? Actually getting it? Okay.
We ran into it got a little tight back in December, but we went ahead and basically quadrupled our order. Got half of that, which was double what we needed, and then the rest of it came in January. So we actually are sitting pretty good on material stock, on raw material right now. But yeah, it got tight a little bit.
Somebody was telling me 17.4 was harder to get for a while. So
yeah, we haven't really run into that problem. Back in December, we got a couple of suppliers that we work with, and we called up our favorite one, and he had a mountain of it. So we went ahead and just got a bunch while we was at it. Right before the end of the year, kind of tidy up some bookkeeping, invested in raw materials for December 31st. But
Have you seen an increase in price on raw materials? Because I hear raw material across the board is up in all.
Yeah, ever since Trump did us that big favor and put those import tariffs on, it's been a little more. But you just build it into your cost of operations and keep going. We did have a price increase back at the first of the year this year that offset some of the material cost increase. So, but that was why we went up. It was like a little bit. I mean, a silencer went up like $18, you know, or something.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Kathleen Music Lover says, did he say stainless rear mount? Question mark.
Stainless rear mount?
Rear mount.
Rear.
Silencer. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I do. Yeah, like this is a low pro fixed barrel adapter. That's the rear mount for the silencer. You know.
Yeah.
I got all this is crap you find in the desk drawer. There's a low pro FBA. There's a FBA thread protector. There's a Gen 2 FBA thread protector. There's a Sovereign muzzle brake mount.
Nice.
A prototype flash hider muzzle brake.
Ooh, I like the design. It's cool.
3-lug adapters.
Any integrally suppressed barrels up in there?
He's got that in his pocket.
Right there.
Yeah, exactly.
This is currently unobtainium because of supplier part issues. We can't get receivers.
Really?
We build those on Aero Precision Enhanced M4 uppers, and they are literally unobtainable right now. We can't get them.
Are they pulling everything in house to build complete uppers? Is that what's happening?
Yes, that's exactly what they're doing.
Okay.
And they're selling guns and uppers faster than they can literally build them. So they shut down all the ancillary manufacturing and just focusing on basically M4s. And they're selling them just as fast as they can crank them out.
So is that the reason? I don't know if we really got an answer on that, or maybe I didn't phrase it properly. I'll try to be like a lawyer now. So can you give us your reasoning behind why you think that there are these other suppressor folks out there that parts and stuff like that and accessories all of a sudden didn't exist?
Yeah, it was like me and Walter was talking. The machining centers can only produce them so fast, and you just can't we use Doosan Lynx turning centers. They're the small ones that Doosan makes. They're not Swiss screw machines, which are smaller, but they're small turning centers. They're not big machines. They make much larger ones. So those machines are about $200,000 a piece.
Whoa!
So you don't just go out and pick up a couple more Lynx LS220 YCs, with Y-axis and high pressure coolant and
Okay, I see. And
live
then it takes
coolant
time to get them all set up.
Then
Yeah.
the other part is to switch production, you have to tool down and tool back up and change everything over to your new production.
And it takes a full day to do that. It's not a fast process.
So you wanna build a stockpile, put them aside, and then work to the next one, and then sell out, and then you rebuild.
Run
right?
all of your similar product parts together to minimize tool changes and to minimize chuck jaw changes and bar liner changes and all of that. You want to run as much product that fits that setup as you possibly can. Like when we run Mystic cores, Infinity X cores, Cosmic cores, and Centurion cores all use the same tooling except for some little changes in the tooling itself, like a few drills. You drill different bores and maybe some end mills, and that's it. So when we run those cores, we try to, if we need any of them, we try to run them all at once. That way because you don't kill that day between every part changing the machine.
Retooling. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I found with specific product like that, if you're looking for a 3-lug barrel, a 3-lug adapter, or a Mystic, if it's in stock, buy it, because in 6 months it might not be in stock, and you might have to wait another couple months before they're back in stock. And that comes for any part like that is machined. When it's there, get it, because it's not going to be there forever, and then you got to retool and build them back up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right,
Okay.
and all of our inventory is based on, basically, we look back at historical sales charts. We just look at our sales and we try to project it out and guess. That's all you're doing is educated guess what we're gonna need in the future, and we try to adjust our manufacturing demand for that so that we make enough until we can run those again. And in the last 7 months, all that went out the window. We just couldn't make the stuff fast enough. It's just boiled down. So we have fell victim. Yeah, we can't make them out.
Your production forecasting sounds like how they figure out what flu vaccine they're going to do. they take a guess at it.
Walter with the screw right in there.
Little jab there.
Yeah.
I'm jabbing the flu people, not you, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I understand that. Richard Mondo says Aero are asking for more staff since they moved. And then you go. Lola wants to know, and I know we covered it a little bit. Lola says, "What's new at Liberty Cans? Any new products coming?" There's one new one coming, Lola, that Dave won't tell us about. Do you have any other things in the works, or just that one thing coming up right now?
We've got 4 in development, but they're in development. And one of them we've been working on for quite some time. We seem to be getting close, but it's like, when can we get time to develop it? It's just like mad crazy.
What caliber is it? Can you tell us? What caliber is that?
The next one that should be coming out, if everything works like I want it to, is 5.56.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's if it works like I want it to.
DCG 44S, Walter's not hiding, but the only time you see me is when I talk.
Yeah.
Because of the
we
Skype,
know.
somehow
Just blame
something
Hank
on-
Strange.
Oh, yeah.
I can see myself with the four of us, but you guys can't see me up there until I run my job. So
Yeah, I'm not sure
just
what's
been-
going on with that.
Has anybody seen?
It's Skype. Skype is shadow banning Walter.
Nobody
That's 'cause
puts
I
Walter
got
in the
a
corner.
vaccination. No vaccination for you, no Scott. I might infect your system. Yes.
Yeah, you didn't show your ID. You didn't show your ID.
Oh.
Right there. There's my ID.
Yeah. I don't even know if I should bring.
For you. No papers, no cruise
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah, I don't even know if I should bring that up, but the thought that just popped into my head, Walter, when you showed the pasty white, is that they were White Life Matter rallies that no one showed up
God.
to. What happened to your people?
So we didn't talk about what everybody did over the weekend. Let me see if I can show off a little of where we were.
Boy,
Oh,
where?
so you
Oh
did that
Lord!
too, did you?
Now we got to see your pay. Do you
Oh,
know
can
that
you
you are
see-
blinding the camera right now?
Can you see how red and tender my arm is?
We went out to the beach on Saturday for Marley's birthday, and both of us got horribly sunburned.
All I
You
know
live in
is.
Florida.
I
Yeah.
know we don't go out that much. and
All I know is I just saw a big screen of white.
Hold on,
I
let me
haven't
see.
seen it either. I think this thing called sunscreen, isn't it?
Ready? Listen.
Yeah, they
Yeah. Oh,
sell
yeah.
it down there.
He's gonna do it again.
Yeah, my shoulders and back are killing me.
Okay, you
Oh,
got
wanna-
trucker
wanna See
arm.
what I did? You want to see where I went on Friday or Thursday?
Oh Lord.
You burned yourself? What is that?
Dermatologist.
Oh, you got
laser.
things
Getting the chunk scraped out.
Ah!
Yeah.
So that's how the sun is so healthy and good for you.
Mhm.
Oh, the
Well,
sun is killing
actually,
you.
that's probably from welding more than anything. So,
Welding, I hear, is really bad for your skin.
Oh really?
yeah, I can. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Oh okay.
The UV, I mean, it puts off just straight UV light. So if you're not,
Mhm.
Yeah.
covered up, it's really bad for you.
And I did a
It will sunburn you literally in 1 minute.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, I actually,
Especially if you're arc welding. Arc welding
Yeah.
is really
Yeah.
bad. TIG welding's not as bad, but arc welding
Mhm.
is really bad.
Mhm.
I got burnt from the first couple times I practiced TIG welding. I didn't cover up well enough, and I had a sunburn on really random parts of my arm where the glove didn't fully cover. I had a patch. I was like, oh, that hurts really bad.
No, I mean,
go
I had
ahead.
an outside job for a period of time, early 2000s, and I was in the sun every day, and that probably didn't help anything either, especially on my arms. So
This is gonna be stupid. I've only been sunburned one time in my life.
Can you can get sunburned, right?
Yeah, black people can get sunburned.
yeah,
still
you
get a sunburn.
For sure, absolutely. And black people get skin cancer and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah.
it happened to me one time. I was in Mexico. I was in Cancun, and I was going out on the beach and sunbathing on the beach in a Speedo.
Oh no,
And-
that's a visual I didn't.
Exactly. Did not
yeah,
need it.
I was pretty sexy back then in those days.
But the worst part is you're
I'm
going
just
to beach.
seeing the mohawk.
I didn't
Banana
always.
hammock.
I didn't always have the mohawk. Actually, someone actually found. Someone actually found pictures of me and Lola, and I don't know if this was around when we got married, or I don't even know if I should share this with you guys. I don't know if I should share that. No, maybe I
Gun
should.
news.
Yeah.
I just
gun
remembered
news.
some gun news.
What's up?
While Hank looks for that, did anybody see the patent registration that went through yesterday?
For what?
PSA put in a patent, filed a patent yesterday. Or, I'm sorry, not a patent, a trademark on a new product.
And
AK-104. AK-104 is their new trademark, which is the short, 11.5 or 12.5 inch AK 7.62 39 AK.
Mhm.
Going to be really cool. going to be pretty neat.
They're,
So, yeah, they put
they're
in-
building crinks, huh?
They put in, yeah. They
Wait,
put in
wait.
trademark.
Wait. What caliber was that again?
No, it's the 7.6239. It's not the
Oh,
crank. It's
okay.
the one that's between the 16-inch and the 8.5 inch. It's like 12 inches.
Okay.
Kind of what an AK is supposed to be.
Yes,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be awesome.
So this is kind of like what the Russian military, closer to what those guys, or no?
That's Snaz, I think. That's that
Okay.
there. That's the shortened one that I
Okay.
just linked.
Yeah.
it wouldn't
For a
be what
second, I
standard
thought you
troop
were
have.
talking about cranks, man.
No, it wouldn't be
Correct.
what your standard troop would have, but it's still pretty cool. A side folding 104, pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of cool to see people troll the copyright things to see what people.
Yeah,
are
who?
copyrighting.
Someone is actually monitoring.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
saw the
let's see if we can.
copyright yesterday.
Let's see if we can go to this. Here we go.
I can't believe they'd actually issue a thing for AK-104.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm
What
surprised.
is? I mean, that's not like it hasn't been done before, right?
Yeah, but maybe no one did it here in America.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
I guess.
Didn't I do a video? No. What did we do? The
We
videos
haven't seen
on?
that one yet.
Okay, we haven't seen this.
Wait.
Okay.
Which one of those AKs was it that they built like in the 70s that did the double fire deal?
That
Where
was
it fired
the,
2 rounds before it recoiled?
ANS 94 was it, or the
AN 94.
AN 94? Yeah, where it has like the dink dink and it shoots
It's-
twice.
It's so fast, it sounds like one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
From the
2
same
round
barrel?
burst or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
The way the recoil impulse works, it recoils the first round out and the second round in and fires it all in one operation,
Yeah,
so
it
it feels like
double-
a single recoil impulse.
There's a cable inside of it. that-
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
the
yeah.
magazine sits at like a, I don't know, 15-degree angle. It's not straight down. It sits off at the side because they had to have clearance to make it work. There's some videos online. Really neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very impractical design standards, but pretty cool nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was forward thinking, you know.
Mhm.
It was thinking outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
But
Night Train
Walther
says it
should
looks like an
absolutely have one of those
EOTech.
in his collection.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree,
yeah.
Walter. You need to get one.
Both of you guys.
well,
Liberty needs one, and Safety Harbor Firearms needs one, so that we can have access. Actually, what you guys need to buy, which I was looking at the video this morning, I think Richard Hughes told me about it. Mac was showing the video with the new Desert Tech. What is it? The MDRX. I think it's MDRX, right?
what is it?
Are they
It's-
actually going to produce it this time?
He already had. He already had one.
Wait, Mac has it? Of course he already has it. But
Yeah.
they still aren't going to produce the other ones.
I thought it was the MDRX.
What's so special
Microdynamic.
about it? What is it?
What is it?
It's a
semi-auto?
SBR. It's a SBR of the MDR. If that makes
Oh.
any sense.
And the XYZ and the PPK and the X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a partridge.
Yeah, I think. Let me see if I
No,
could
it's
find.
not SBR. It's a multi-caliber, 16-inch, 223 Wild or 308s, and then they also have a 20-inch, 6.5 Creed, 300 Black, 223 Wild, and 20-inch.
You know what
So
happened?
it's a magazine-fed AR-15 style gun.
Bullpup. So it's that MDR
It's the bullpup, yeah.
But it looks like you probably get a barrel and bolt kit and can change it out to whatever caliber you want. I'm guessing.
Yeah, and it has.
Kinda like that. What's that Barrett gun that you do that with? Yeah, they
I
got that
can't
big.
remember. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
Eric just got a big contract for.
So
for
I- They did.
$50 million contract for one of their rifles. Yep.
wow.
Yeah, I think this one you can, instead of that forward ejecting thing, you can get just a regular side ejecting, which Mac was saying in the video. There's some cool things they had. I'm trying to find that video now.
$2,200 starting price. Order now.
Ouch.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah. They came out with a cool handguard that becomes a bipod that I saw in his video. That I
That's
thought,
FN Scar money.
yeah, it's about $2,000. It's about $2,000 for sure.
Man.
The
me
problem
see.
with all that multi-barrels and multi-calibers and all that multi-multi is when are they going to have all the multi-multis?
Yeah.
Okay, here it's called the Micron. It's called the Micron. I just found it.
The ACR promised that the whole ACR program, they promised, oh, we'll have every barrel you ever want, and then they never came out with anything other than 5.56.
Well,
Yeah.
And I
because
hear the ACR is cool.
So
but,
here's just
yeah,
a little bit. I'm
09.
showing you guys just a little bit of Mac's video. So basically, it's about as short as a. Let me see. Where's the comparison? He had a comparison where he was showing it to like a PS90 or something like that, because it's
It's the shortest possible length. It's 27.49 overall length, which you have to have 26 to make it a rifle. So yeah, it's just about as short as you can go.
No, this is an SBR that Mac was showing.
Oh, this is a different one. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, so
but I also like what I'm showing right now on his gun that he had before, the MDR he had before. There's like a bipod that they have for it now that it's a handguard and the bipod comes out of the handguard. It's cool.
That's like that old Steyr Scout. Remember it had the bipod built
Yeah,
over it.
yeah,
Down.
yeah. There was some cool
design.
things in it. Yeah, there was some cool stuff in it. But yeah, I don't have any Desert Tech. I don't have any Desert Tech stuff. I probably would, if I was gonna get one. Probably it would be nice to get the little SBR version. I guess
It's cool. They're just.
it's expensive. Yeah, it's gonna
expensive.
cost some money. Yeah, I mean it's Desert Tech.
All the guys that shoot PRS that shoot Desert Tech love them. I know several guys that shoot that Desert Tech equipment, and they love the gear. You have to get used to the whole bolt next to your cheek deal, because it's way back here behind the trigger. You get used to the manual at arms is different, but they love them.
I mean, if you want, go ahead.
If I ever got the opportunity, I would absolutely try it.
Yeah.
Just trying to find one to get your hands on is always so.
try it, you like it.
Bullpups are going to tend to be expensive anyway. I mean, last week we had Ken from K&M Arms. You're going to spend some money on those bullpups, and I think those are nice. Those are well built. Those are aluminum, built out of aluminum and steel and stuff like that. Versus these are a lot of polymer. Huh?
Isn't somebody in this stream a big bullpup fan?
No, really?
Yeah.
Get him started. No.
I don't have a Desert Tech yet, though. I don't have a Desert Tech yet, but
Oh, man.
we'll work on
I know,
it. If you
wrong
guys
here.
want to get together and get me something for my birthday that passed,
We'll get right
We'll
on
get
that.
you a Desert Tech hat.
I already have that. That's not,
Probably
yeah.
$35. Though, no way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we could all chip in and afford it.
Yeah, those Desert Tech guys have been mad at me since. What was the thing that happened? They had like a 308 that people were supposed to be shooting at SHOT Show at an event, and it was a 308, but something was wrong with it, and then later we found out that someone went and bought 6.5 Creedmoor ammo, and that was what was wrong.
And put 6.5. Did they shoot it with 6.5?
Yeah.
Or did they just go, we couldn't shoot it?
No, they were shooting 6.5 through there supposedly, and that's
That crap's just rattling down the
I know.
board.
yeah.
Oh, is
So
that when they were firing with no suppressor? Or is that when I was there?
yeah, I think you were there, Walt.
That was a Class A cluster.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, since
Oh,
then,
it
since
was
then,
obnoxious, too.
yeah, since then I got banned.
What is it?
Huh?
What do you have to do with that?
Because I talked about it. I mean, they did it.
Oh.
It was a public
what-
thing. It was a public open event. Everyone did it, and they did it, and I was shooting video, and then when
You had it on camera.
so what happened was the CEO straight up lied, I guess, when I was asking him what it was and said it was something else, and then it came out later that what happened was that they had the wrong ammo, and that's what was going through there. But these kind of things, I think ultimately these kind of things happen when you're rushed and panicking to do all these different events and you're rushing into things. I think the best let me just say this, I think the best thing to do is when it's SHOT Show and stuff like that, don't get crazy. Instead of trying to get everyone in and shooting your thing and all that, and a bunch of stuff goes wrong, let people do things individually. I think it's more safe. Go ahead, Patrick. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, have you ever talked to anyone that went to SHOT Show as an industry person producing stuff that hasn't been completely rushed and crazy at the end of it? Like,
It's always
every time
crazy.
we talk to Walter's always like, it's just a total clusterfuck.
Yeah.
We're getting shit in the crate, we're trying to get the crate out.
And you know what? And this year I did not miss it 1 second.
No.
See it?
Yeah.
Not 1 second. Getting ready, flying out there, all that, spending the money, not getting the money.
What are Funshine guns? What did I miss?
Oh, that's a video. That's a video that just went up. That's one of my videos.
Where's this at? I didn't get to shoot no full auto 22s.
That was at Aries firearms training.
Open bolts.
Okay, if anyone looks at that video, you have to look at the Ruger, the Mark III Ruger in that video.
That thing's nuts.
It's integrally suppressed, full auto 22 pistol, and it's like a freaking chainsaw. It's just
Wow.
like that. We
Open
shot it a
bolt,
bunch
not
of
even
times.
closed bolt.
Yeah. It was so crazy. Everyone was trying to do that because it's so quiet, and those 10 rounds just like go right through that thing.
Lola got surprised by the 92. It looks like the first 2 or 3 rounds surprised her a little bit, and then she got right back
She
on
leaned
it
in,
and drove that gun in.
Yeah. Yeah. It was actually fun, man. They, I don't know. That's one of those things that. So
who owns all these toys? They're so awesome.
Aries.
Oh,
So
these are his?
in that video, it's Trey and his brother in that video, and myself, Lola, and then a guy named Dave, who I was doing some long distance shooting because I went out there to shoot the Safety Harbor Firearms 50, which is going to take me a little bit longer to put that video together. So one of the benefits of like doing what we all do, you go someplace like this and dudes just come with machine guns.
I love it.
So Walter comes out here with machine guns all the time, huh?
What did you think of the AUG? It looks like it didn't move at all. The AUG, it looks like it's just went.
So if you look at the video, so Dave is the guy in that video that insists, and Walter, you know this. So he's left-handed, right, Walter? He insisted, and I took one of the things out of there because I didn't want to show you guys, but I had to show what was going on with him. He insisted on shooting that gun from the left side. So the shell casings kept going right into his face.
Yeah.
Oh, the Steyr?
Yeah, the Steyr. And I was like,
And you can reverse that ejection pattern on the AUG, can't you?
I don't know.
Not so easily, I don't think.
On my Microtech, I have a different bolt for that. You have to swap the bolt.
You have to swap it. Yeah. So he kept doing that, and you can see even in the one I put up there, there's a time when he was doing that, and I didn't even show it because that thing was just hitting him right in the face and jamming. Because
is it a transferable? Has it got a trigger pack in it?
All of those, I think all of their guns are transferables.
Wow.
I think so.
Way. These have to be
dude,
post-sample.
Maybe it's post. Maybe it's
transferable trigger pack is no telling how valuable now.
There's no way. This has to be post-sample.
I thought they told me everything was transferable.
People have collections that big, dude.
Yeah,
Go to KCR.
I thought that
transferables like that.
Yeah, I thought that that particular gun and a bunch of those machine guns actually belong to Trey's brother.
And they're transferables.
I'm pretty sure that's what he told me. I'm pretty sure that's what he told me. We have to get Trey.
People have 20, 30, 40 transferable guns.
I'm sure they do.
Okay.
I don't roll that.
You got to remember though, these people were buying guns back.
Yeah.
And the guns were $400, $500.
Yeah.
No.
Can I just?
Before they were cool.
Yeah. Can I just say that? So Trey's brother got some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people 20, 30 grand is pocket change. Boom.
Yeah.
I imagine. I could not imagine.
Yeah. And he's really not. He's a really cool dude.
I'm sure. That's a lot of.
Dude, I saw a transferable AUG. A friend of mine had one, and the trigger pack in them is plastic. They literally electric pencils scribed on the side of the trigger pack and registered it and converted it to full auto.
Yeah.
And literally you just throw it in the back of the gun, put the butt cap on it, and it's a machine gun. Yeah. And it ran.
That gun is like holding on to lightning to shoot it. It's fun, but you gotta, your left hand be damned. No, if you lean into it, it's like, but if you look at the end of that video, I'm shooting Walter, what's the HK, that 308 HK?
UMP?
Oh, HK 53?
Oh.
It's a
51, a short barrel 308?
Yeah, the short barrel 308.
Fire breathing dragon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a monster.
It's worse than a 50 cal. It thumps you. You feel like a thump in your chest.
Yeah, but
Dude,
you feel good.
Shoot them at KCR, and the fireball will literally. they'll be shooting them at the night shoot, and the fireball from them literally will go all the way to the ground and go 5-6 feet above them, and their hand guard, the hand they hold the hand guard with, they wear a welding glove when they shoot it, because the fire envelops back around their hand, and it'll burn the hair off their hand if they don't.
I was gonna say it'll burn the hair off your knuckles.
Yeah.
That's a good
will.
time.
And so, listen to Walter. That's a good time.
Yeah. That's a close rival to sex, I'll tell you that right
We
there.
should get one at some point, right, Walter? Wink, wink.
Yeah, Walt.
Who's to say he doesn't already have one?
I have everything to build a 51 if I want.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. I'll tell you the most so he had some really cool guns. But man, that freaking 22 Ruger.
And he's he's got.
I've never seen that
mag on that G3.
Oh, is that the 45? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that looks horrible in the best way possible. You got a compensator. Hold on. Let me grab the screenshot.
Yeah, that was fun. That was actually pretty fun. I have a whole bunch. I have that from a bunch of angles. But what happened with that video, for anyone who wants to know, is that today I was looking through. I was like, man, I have to. I need to throw up a video, but I don't feel like going through because it's a lot of footage. So I was like, I'm just gonna throw up like 7 minutes of shooting full autos. That's
a good Monday.
100,000 views. Bam.
Not the way that YouTube is these days, but
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't like that 308.
Maybe if you attach some Indian dancers, some of the Indian.
yeah. Hold on a second. So Patrick sent the link here. Let me share it.
That's
with
at the right
everyone.
timestamp to.
Yeah,
see
hold
the
on. So
308.
I'll just play it for you
I'm
guys.
watching Trey, and Trey, for anybody out there who doesn't know, Trey's not a small man. He's a pretty big guy. That 308 pushed him back.
Yeah, this is where tactical fat comes into play right here.
It gets you right on target. Stay.
This is why you have to have tactical fat. But yes, it bounced Trey back, and Trey is way better than I am. But one thing that I'm good at is shooting full auto. I mean, this is my particular. I have a particular set of skills.
There's nothing like full auto though.
But before,
Dude, I'll tell you, the worst full auto I ever fired was an M14 because of the recoil impulse. It just punishes you and shoves you back all at once.
yeah,
Dude. Worst decision
It's
we
almost
made.
uncontrollable.
yeah. Here's Trey. Here's Trey doing it right here.
Sexy rifle to look at, terrible gun in application.
Yeah.
Semi-auto? It's okay, right? Full
Yeah,
auto
yeah, it's a
makes
great DMR
no
gun.
sense.
Zero
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Like,
that
whoever
was.
put that selector switch on that gun was an idiot.
Have any of you guys fired a full auto Scar? How is the 308
I have
Scar?
not.
Oh man, I wonder
I
how
think
that
I did before. Somewhere I went had a full auto Scar. I can't remember where that
See how
was.
Scar 17 would handle.
Yeah.
All the Marine Raiders and recon boys that had them over in Afghanistan loved them. Said they run great.
Yeah.
Awesome guns.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly where I did
Oh,
that.
that's
The best part of that is none of that was my ammo.
OPA.
The other people's ammo. Okay, listen, we're over the 9 o'clock hour. Got a little excited. You guys can check that video out on YouTube/Hank Strange. Go there, thumbs up, like it, comment on it. When I get off here, I'm gonna go and answer all the comments and stuff like that. So that's a gift from me to you. Just a little bit of fun. Really, I was being lazy and didn't feel like doing a crap ton of editing. And I was
You probably got video from We Shot last time you hadn't put up.
The only video I've seen today, we came down in January, is the little suppressor question video.
No, hold on. We put all the Liberty
that.
stuff
We did
out,
that
didn't
one.
we? Yeah. Didn't
that
we?
one.
Yeah, Dave. You didn't catch any of those things. We put out the Liberty stuff.
I've been watching for it and haven't seen it. That's how good the shadow banning is, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I
Actually.
think.
Right.
Yeah. Wait a
Because we
second.
will share them if we knew about it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Did
I'll go back through the catalog and look.
Yeah, let me look. Patrick, I thought we did put up all of those videos, didn't we?
Don't ask me. I don't edit
I
you.
remember seeing it.
Yeah, Walter, you.
I feel like I did remember watching them though.
Yeah,
'Cause
I think we did.
I'm a narcissist. I go watch myself.
I think that was.
No. Yeah, Walter, I thought I did. I'll double check, Dave, but I'm pretty sure we put out. I'm pretty sure we put most of those out. I don't want to say all now. I'm pretty sure most of those are out there.
I'll go back to the catalog and look, because I have been out of the country and things. So
I think you were. I think you were at the time, because I remember trying to like communicate with you at the time, and you were getting back to me like a couple of days later or something like that, because you were out of the country when that went up. I think
everything you need to know about the MP5 is up.
That's
before you buy that cheap silencer with Dave Sailors is up.
Yeah, and then isn't there the 50 thing that Walt and Dave did when they were competing? Didn't I put that up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
We'll share them out.
Yeah.
We'll share them on our social medias then.
Yeah, you guys are the only guys with those big 50. Me and Babyface, we don't have 50 caliber 50 BMG suppressors.
I need a 50 to put it on first.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can stick it on a 1022. It'll work just fine.
Walter,
Could you imagine?
Walter just took a big sigh, like,
I should
please.
make some adapters and do that just for a video.
Just for shits and
Oh
giggles.
Lord.
little bitty Remington. I mean, little 22 long little shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14 thread down to
I'm
half
pretty
right
sure
there.
you're gonna get a baffle strike.
No.
No, dude, there's a 1/4 inch of clearance.
No.
Yeah, probably not. But listen, so yeah, we're gonna wrap it up over here. Let me go around the clock here. I will start from Walter Keller, who we can't see for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Walter,
I think I'm being shadow banned.
Yeah, tell the folks how to how they can support you, watch your stuff. Show everyone the Dirtfoot Racing T-shirt. Gonna see that? Yeah, there you go. Bam, Dirtfoot Racing.
Speaking of that, this weekend, people in Florida here, the Gambler 500 is going on this weekend up in Wildwood, Florida. They're having the car part, they're having the Hoop DX thing they do, and then their mini bike races also. So we'll be up there on Saturday playing with the mini bikes and trying not to break a rib or something.
If Marley is working on Saturday, I may come on down.
Come on down, man.
Yeah, all right.
It'll be interesting. This is the mini bike race is inside of a kind of a semi-indoor track.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
a big covered track. It's at name of the place is I'll get it to you, Patrick. I forget.
Okay.
It's on 301 in Wildwood.
Okay.
It's a motocross track. They had regular full-size motocross track and everything there. Anyways, Safe Air Firearms, safetyairfirearms.com. You can check us out on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Dirtfoot Racing's on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And there's stenparts.com too. So, yeah.
Awesome. Let's go to Dave Sailors. Dave, how can the folks keep up with you if they need to communicate with you? Find out from you when's the new stuff so they could torture you before it comes out?
We're on Facebook as Liberty Suppressors. We're on Instagram as Liberty Cans. You can go to the web and just Google search Liberty Suppressors. You can even put in certain silencers and you'll hit pretty quick. But we're on www.libertycans.net and libertysuppressors.com. We actually have that one. It reroutes you, whatever they call that. Where it
Redirects.
both of them goes to the same address. And then of course you can call us. It's on the web page. The email's on there if you want to email to us. But yeah, we're in the usual haunts and available.
Awesome.
And we've got most of the models in stock. If people are looking for stuff, we got most of it. Some of it sells out so quick we struggle to keep it up, but we do our best.
Yeah. By the way, those same guys, I'm assuming Trey is the guy who needs a suppressor for his 9mm, that Gatling gun thing. I don't know if you guys are still working on that. Yeah, that'll be cool to see that come to fruition.
I want to play with one. I
Yes.
really want to shoot it.
Yeah.
We got one in here that we're actually currently suppressing right now. We may just see about talking to the owner and see if we can make a trip to Florida before he comes and picks
Yes,
it up.
please. Make it happen. Make it so. Make it so. No, that would be cool. I'm down for that. I'm sure Patrick would, and Walter would like to.
Some cool 158 grain 9 would be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's incredible. It's just incredible. With subsonic rounds, it's incredible. It's just you just have to hear it. It
Yeah.
makes a unique sound. It really does. The brass jingling out of the extraction chute, it's just awesome.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Okay, Babyface, tell the folks out there, did you put up a video today?
No video today. It's going up tomorrow. I have been behind the 8 ball on actual work that pays my bills at the house. So I got tasked with a couple things last week that I've been catching up on with, real job stuff.
Bills?
So it'll go up tomorrow. Yeah, I know. I gotta actually keep my boss happy so I can keep paying for all my fun stuff. So video will be going up tomorrow. And then we got, I don't know, I got some more stuff coming. I got a jig for putting together a side folder on an AK, so we're going to do a video on that. We got lots of stuff.
Yeah. We've
YouTube.com/babyfaceP.
Absolutely. We got
There you go.
We have more and more videos coming with Babyface P, Walter, and listen, Dave, that new thing. I mean, you need some people to help you test it, and then if you drive it, listen, you don't have to worry. If you come up here with a bunch of ammo, we will actually save you.
Yeah, you don't have to. It weighs the car down.
Yeah, we'll take it up.
Kills gas mileage.
We can get better mileage heading home that way.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. We're doing it for you. For your benefit.
Patrick, the gambler thing's at Spider MX in Wildwood, Florida.
Spider MX.
I put it in the chat too. I mean, in the chat on the page too.
Spider MX Action Sports.
Yep,
That's where it's at.
So listen, we're gonna come right back here in a second, and we'll get words of wisdom, I think, from Dave, since he's our guest of honor on this Free for All Monday. You guys stay there. I'm gonna run in the end. Big thanks to TUSC Firearms Crypto. Make sure you guys get up on that. We're gonna need it
go
here.
Go check them out. They're awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. You got some TUSC Crypto?
Not yet. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Oh, okay. I can put you in touch with some people that will help you out with that. All right, let's run in the end. We'll be right back here in a second. All right, guys, thanks for joining us here on the podcast. Please smash those thumbs ups, ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. We're going to rip the audio out of this and throw it up on iTunes and all the other places that you get your audio podcasts from. We appreciate everyone hanging out here with us. Don't forget to check out our link for US Law Shield in the description. Dave, hit us with some words of wisdom, sir.
Keep your powder dry. You're going to need it for long.
All right, there you go. Nicely done. All right, thanks everyone. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace. We out.